Alexandria, Louisiana. Stand up, stand up. Yeah. Hey. Stand up. Put your hands up. Whole city time, man, they can't stand up. Crime going up, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town. Stand up. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the key, for the elders too. If nobody else cares, then it's up. Gas station without representation. Trying to say the city before we say the nation. Every morning I'm dealing another situation. People barely living time in frustration. Like high water, high two, whole hood stress. What we supposed to do? Mama crying, daddy working overtime. Still can't win, man, this world out of line. But we ain't backing down. Tell the whole town gather round. If you hear me, say it loud. Stand up, put your hands up. Whole city time, man, they can't stand up. Crime going on, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the kids, for the elders too. If nobody else cares, then it's up. Hands up, like Mike Brown. In the streets, got the city pipe down. Young boy, find their way. Need real, standing up today. If you a leader, then lay right now. Don't wait till the whole thing burn down. Church folks, hood folks, come together. Real change on it happen when we move. Stand up for the north side. Stand up for the south side. Stand up for the east side. Stand up for the west side. Everybody say stand up. Hey. Stand up. Stand up. Put your hands up. Whole city time, stand up. Crime going on, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the kids, for the elders too. If nobody else cares, then it's up you. Alexandria, we still here. Stand up. Hey. Alexandria, Louisiana. Stand up. Yeah. Hey. Stand up. Put your hands up. Whole city time, man, they can't stand up. Crime going on, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town. Stand up. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the kids, for the elders too. If nobody else cares, then it's up. Gas station without representation. Trying to say the city before we say the nation. Every morning I'm dealing another situation. People barely living time in frustration. Like high water, high two, whole hood stress. What we supposed to do? Mama crying, daddy working overtime. Still can't win, man, this world out of line. But we ain't backing down. Tell the whole town gather round. If you hear me, say it loud. Stand up. Put your hands up. Whole city time, man, they can't stand up. Crime going on, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the kids, for the elders too. If nobody else cares, then it's up. Hands up, like Mike Brown. Pain in the streets, got the city pipe down. Young boy, find their way. Need real, standing up today. If you a leader, then lay right now. Don't wait till the whole thing burn down. Church folks, hood folks, come together. Real change on it happen when we move. Stand up for the north side. Stand up for the south side. Stand up for the east side. Stand up for the west side. Everybody say stand up. Hey. Stand up. Stand up. Put your hands up. Whole city time, they can't stand up. Crime going on, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town. Put your hands up. If you you love your city, better man up for the kid, for the elder too. And nobody else care. Then it's up to you. Alexandria, we still here. Stand up.
Welcome to the night show. You know what we're here to do. Another episode of the Can We Be Frank show. This is, I just every now and then I got to point this out. We are the longest running podcast that is centered around the issues of Black Alexandria. We've been on for damn near 10 years now. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Change takes time. Hey, at least we haven't been under construction as long as the Weiss and Gold Ring building. We've been waiting for 30 years, 40 years for that. We only been here for 10. Good evening to everybody. Miss Linda, I see Miss Battles, Miss Dixon. I see Brother Scott. Good job this evening. I see Miss Coleman. Y'all the ones that stand there. Listen, we can't do none of this stuff without y'all. We can't do any of what we do without y'all. So I've been looking at the numbers. The numbers been numbering. We're not real big on the numbers, but the numbers have been numbering, and we appreciate that. We do see when the city responds, when we say something, and Jock Roy offhandedly mentions it while he's ranting, we know for a fact that he's watching this show. And Jock, listen, we're not Urban Cast. You don't have to donate to us or nothing. But just give us a little, when you mention this stuff offhand, just tilt your head, look at the camera and be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? People out there, they can see this. You know what I mean? Just tilt your cap a little bit. Wouldn't hurt. Let us know that you hear us. We were here last night, and I told you we'd be back tonight. And as such, that's exactly what we plan to do. All right. So everybody get your popcorn. Oh, we're gonna say what's up to Miss McCall. Miss Alita, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
It's good to hear. Fabulous news. Truly it is. How everybody else doing? Y'all know there's gonna be. I didn't start it out with no bunch of videos because this ain't that type of, we ain't on that tonight. Are we? No, we ain't on that tonight. No, we ain't on that tonight. Well, maybe one.
They have.
Hold on. Maybe one. That is my favorite video of all time. There's nothing like a good bonfire. Hey, cousin. Miss Deal, I see you. Thank y'all for joining us this evening. Again, you know what we came to do. For those of you that might have missed it, I got it for you. Check them out. All right. All right. Everybody got their popcorn? Cool. All right. Boom. All right. Everybody settled in? Cool. Here we go.
Committee, the agenda May 19th. Present is myself, Mr. Larvin, Ms. Perry. Meeting's 4:30. Alexandria City Council meetings and council committee meetings are broadcast live and may be viewed live by the public on Optimum Cable Channel 4. A rebroadcast may be viewed on Optimum Cable Channel 4 and the City of Alexandria website, cityofalexandrialouisiana.com. One item on the agenda to consider proposal from firms or service professionals for the proposed downtown sidewalk improvements. We only have one bid of 4. Mr. Goins, will you be speaking on this or anyone from the administration? We just need to.
If there are questions, I can help address them. But as I said, there was just one qualified respondent.
Yeah, I saw that.
And even if there is one submission, the city engineer, the engineer in training and the urban forester still make a committee. They still review the proposals to make sure that the respondents are qualified. In this case, it's a firm we have worked with before, and indeed they can do the work.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with Ballard's work for the city. And I've always been concerned about only having one bid, but in lieu of what you stated, Mr. Lauredan or Mrs. Perry, do you have any comments on that?
Did anybody else bid on this project?
No, ma'am.
Just the one
I
bid?
think they'd expected some of the other firms, but it is a bit of a smaller project, so maybe it wasn't as attractive.
Can you describe the project to me?
Yes, sir. So the city engineering office have made an application to the state. It's called the Transportation Alternatives Program. They requested twice as much money, but the state's awarding us $2 million to get started on modernizing the city's sidewalks downtown. This would be largely improving curb ramps, making sure everything's ADA compliant. And the city's going to start that around the state courthouse, around the city customer service building. They're near the city court, some of the more used assets, and there is quite a few issues over there. I'm sure as you can practice over there, you've seen how the condition of the sidewalks can get.
Okay.
Is that the only area?
That's where we're going to start. We'd like to keep it going, but it's a good start for now.
So start down and spread out.
Yes, sir.
All right. Will it,
And,
I just won't go to any residential areas, but just mainly.
no, this is just mainly downtown. I mean, this amount of money will start out, I think, about 10 blocks or so, maybe 12 blocks. And then some of the we have other planned projects coming through the MPO, Boise 6th Street. As a part of those projects, those sidewalks will get fixed. So these are trying to find the places that are going to get, left, not a part of that already pre-programmed
All right.
improvements.
So in essence, we want to prioritize the highly used areas and then branch out to the not as highly used areas.
Like I said, the city engineering office applied for twice as much money, so they have that identified the priorities. And, it's a condition, of course, and how often it gets used.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I have no further
Becoming
questions.
ADA compliant is a serious deal.
That's true that over time, all communities are supposed to, as they repair and replace things, bring things into compliance with federal law. That's right. No, it's not cheap.
Could I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
On almost every corner on Jackson Street along downtown, they're putting in a whole bunch of structure, look like a big lights or something.
I think that's the state.
It's DOT, but I've seen it, but do you know what it is?
No, I believe that is the state upgrading these traffic signals,
Oh, okay.
but I'm not certain of that because it's not a city project.
Yes, that's what
I
it
knew
is.
that.
Yeah.
The state is upgrading all the traffic signals there down Jackson, Elliott, and downtown as well. And also for the panel to know, in DOTD and the city are working together to replace those lights underneath the underpasses that we brought to someone's attention a couple of weeks ago. So as a safety process, on the people going under there stopping at those lights at nighttime. So anyway, working together as a DOTD and the city.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other comments and statements on this, Mr. Lauren, Ms.
Nope. We're good.
Recommendation to accept it?
That's my recommendation to accept it and submit it to the full council.
Second.
All right. Moved and second and accepted and Mr. Director, we accept this and we'll go forward with, I know Ballard's work it speaks for itself. Thank you.
No, thank you.
No other items on the agenda. The A&E Selection Committee is adjourned.
All right. So, what did we learn? They're going to do some
$2 million
beautification.
project. $2 million. See, I was late, so I couldn't speak on this part, but they're like he said, that's state money that they're getting. Roy's name, I posted on YSKT. Roy's name, Jeff Landry's name is on this documentation from LA DOTD. Dot. So he applied for he's rewarded $2 million. So what the hell? There's nothing wrong with the downtown sidewalks that's worth $2 million. Nothing.
Well, who's doing the sidewalks?
I gotta go back and look at it. I really don't want to say Pan American because they do all of it. But
Well, the reason I'm asking, that's a $2 million project, ain't it?
yes, 2 million.
Did he not get up there and say, well, maybe the job was too small, and that's why we only got one?
One bid. I had to pull it up on I'm using my phone. I have to. You got to pull up the info packet to see that.
And that $2 million will only get them 10 blocks, maybe 12 blocks. That's not a
That's
lot at all.
insane. They can
Somebody's
just do it themselves.
taking off the top. I don't care what you say. $2 million. No, I'm never gonna believe that. I'm never gonna believe that.
Thank Miss Linda. Is that I've never met her before.
You said
Miss
10
Linda
blocks?
Thomas.
Did you say 10 blocks?
That's what Mr. Porter said.
I mean,
Yeah, he said 10 blocks, maybe 12. So that's $200,000 a block
That's ridiculous.
on sidewalks.
Sidewalks.
some bitches better light up. They better be them ones that was in the Jetsons at the beginning of the Jetsons.
Ain't nothing even wrong with the sidewalks downtown. I can vouch for it. I done been downtown plenty of time.
Wait,
Ain't nothing wrong.
Miss Latasha, Miss Punkin, right? That is District 3, my dear. That's how they get the money. They use downtown is District 3.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put anything that they put downtown, they're gonna say they did something for District 3 every single time. Every single time. Even if it's something that y'all didn't ask for, he's gonna say, oh well, we put money
You
into
can't say we're not spending money
Oh
in
yeah.
District 3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta learn the lingo with him.
Well,
Yeah, we have to refer to neighborhoods now instead of districts.
you talking about
Because-
the slums and the
Right.
And Blight.
That's right.
And for one, y'all, I didn't tell them to change a goddamn thing. Y'all felt guilty and wanted to change it. Roy, it was Roy and Daniel that they were saying, oh, these are federal terms. And then here go Lizzie McGuire talking about so those words are federal, right? Why you repeat stuff that people done already said?
because
For
I
one.
have to appear as
I
though
know
I'm
how to we know
engaged.
how to read. The whole words is derogatory. Okay, you don't call other people's community slums, and they only did that in the paperwork. Oh, well, they pretty much said that they've been doing that, But then Fowler said, "Oh, well, can we just change the wording? Does the city have to?" And then Malcolm said, "Does the city have to word things the way federal does?" And it was like, "No." So I guess
Why are we
see.
still using those words?
I guess was because it had to be brought to their attention.
And
Okay.
and you heard what Roy said, right? And by the way, Shamir, your comments brought him from the penthouse down to the
I
chamber
saw
floor.
that, Mr.
Okay?
Porter. He was there the whole time. He gonna come down there because I had to tell Daniel a new one because I really wanted to talk to Shirley. That's who I wanted to talk to. She's the community development director. He's the planning director. I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah. And look, he comes down there trying to pretend, well, I don't know what's going on. I didn't hear what's going on. But but then he responds directly to what you said.
I heard some things offhand, and I can't make it out what it was.
I was
but,
looking at him the whole time because I was gonna say, yes, I said it.
I mean, I didn't hear everything, but the
You
parts
did.
that I heard.
Because how you got there? And I had to tell. I said, y'all, he worked
This-
upstairs.
the parts
worked
I
right
heard,
upstairs.
I'm not as informed on what you said. I wasn't here.
You was
but
right upstairs,
You were
man.
listening. And here's the thing. He threw it back. He assigned the blame to Jeff Hall, saying that Jeff Hall brought in a new firm, and they the ones did the HUD report, and they changed the terminology from targeted areas to slum and blight areas. All right. Or slum and blighted neighborhoods. Okay. You, Jack Roy, you took office the first Monday in December of 2022. So the HUD report that went in for 2023 was under your watch. So that means y'all were okay with the language, or you didn't even bother to read it and didn't know what the language said. Then in 2024, that HUD report went in. And 2025, that HUD report went in. And now it's 2026. And an astute person named Shamar Finley read all 44 pages and highlighted that terminology and those numbers. And now you're talking about how sensitive you are. If you were talking about members of your family and you're writing a report, would you use that kind of terminology to describe members of your family? You would only use that if you really, really don't care for those members of your family. So you're talking about Woodside, Samtown, you're talking about Lower Third, South Alexandria, and you're calling them slums and blighted neighborhoods. If that's your family, if that's your city, do you want to put that in a federal report that the people are reading? That's public information. Yeah, this is what I think of parts of my city. You know, he could have changed it back to targeted areas. He chose not to, or else he never paid any attention to the HUD report.
Hey, man, these things are just these are federal terms, okay? These are federal terms. Hold on. I think. Hold on. Okay, mic's off, right? The next thing
They better
is,
turn them goddamn mics
next thing. Oh well, you know what? They were leaving the mics on, and we was catching some
They
things.
sure was.
Yeah. They didn't want us catching it no more.
Yep. Mic's off. Epic mic's off.
To convene the legal committee agenda. Today is May 19, 2026. We have, Madam Clerk, please take roll.
Mr. Fountain,
I'm here.
Ms. Fountain, Ms. Martin,
I'm here.
She was
Okay.
running behind.
I think I want to wait till Ms. Felton gets here. Let me give her a few minutes to get here. I'll give her a few minutes. Yeah.
So we're talking about the info packet, right? You said to look up.
You all right?
I am.
No, he did.
Make me laugh.
We got a resuscitator.
I know he ain't talking about resuscitating nobody.
Is
Okay.
in,
Okay.
Sam's.
Listen, as sleep and as never mind. I'm gonna leave him alone today. Today, oh yeah, okay. So today, we're going to have our input, as you know, we always do. But we have what, 18, 19, 20 people in here right now.
Hey.
I would like some chat participation.
Yay.
Right? Because if y'all catch something that we don't catch, then I want to be able to stop the video and bring y'all point to the top, right? That would be great. Slum targeted area, the N-word and nigga is what's the difference? Well, we don't want to say the N-word. What's the N-word? You know, nigger.
Hey, so you said you got some people on here. I want to know what district everybody in. Real talk.
Yeah.
If they know,
if
y'all know, if y'all don't, it's okay. But y'all gonna have to figure out what district you in.
Oh, they know exactly what district they in. They know what district they in. Roy left extremely upset about that building quickly. Oh, yeah, that's because between Shamir and Malcolm and Jules today, he was pissed off all over the place. Oh, like, okay, I gotta do this okay. Oh, what's up, Miss Melanie? Great work today.
Girl, oh yeah. Melanie, you are awesome. Did she send 3?
Yeah,
Like
of
that.
course.
Oh, Miss Melanie gave
course.
it to him today.
Yes, of course.
They wasn't feeling it. They wasn't feeling that. They had to stop her from talking.
Yeah. They didn't know what to do with her. They was like, "Oh, wait a minute! Like she's not." They used to come up here and say stuff on our side, but then she's not. Okay. Miss Gloria is in Kellyland. All right.
2.
Miss Melanie in 3.
Kellyland.
Miss Bell's gonna be the next council person.
So Kellyland is out the city limits, so they don't have a
No. But Kellyland did have representation up there because Jay Scott was there.
Oh, Jay Scott. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
Jay Scott.
yeah.
Y'all right. Rapid Police Bureau. I be forgetting. He be there all the time. Yeah.
Listen,
You right,
Miss Gloria, check this out. A couple years ago, I want to say about 3 or 4, we were talking about
the norovirus.
we were talking about annexing Kellyland into the city.
Yeah, I remember.
Hasn't that been done yet?
I even stayed out there. I can speak on it. Oh, I done stayed in every district but 5.
There ain't nothing out there but baseballs and
Shootings too.
traffickers.
They be shooting out there too. You heard the story about that? The UPS guy had to protect himself.
Damn.
On one of them streets he was delivering. He got somebody tried to get on his truck and shoot him, and he shot him. You ain't hear nothing about that, did you?
Damn. We ain't hear nothing about that man trafficking them people neither.
Oh yeah, at what's that place? Longleaf.
Yeah, Axis.
Longleaf.
It wasn't Longleaf, it was Axis.
No, it happened. All right, we must be talking about a different story. The man
Oh,
I'm
there's
talking
more
about.
trafficking
The
going on.
one that
Damn.
man that was at Longleaf selling them people. I mean, giving them people drugs and stuff and doing what was it? It was it wasn't prostitute. What's the other word?
Traffic. He was soliciting.
Trafficking.
Yeah,
He was.
trafficking.
Yep.
All right.
You got a lot of 2s. You got 2, 3s. Okay.
All right. So
I'm in the town 28 West.
And I gotta go back and get my medicine.
Ooh,
oh,
look how Malcolm leaned. Black people.
listen.
Yeah,
Black people funny, bro.
Listen, there is nothing, man. Let me tell you something. I'm in town. I'm in the town 28 West. What town is that?
28 West.
28
Where they building
West,
everything,
you know?
yeah.
I live on Coliseum. Okay.
I used to stay on that side of town. It's better over there when you ain't got to deal with the city.
Damn.
When you stay that way, you with Clico.
What, on Coliseum?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they did that.
I had Clico utility, but I paid city. What did I pay?
Water.
I didn't have them for trash either. I didn't pay for them for trash either. I paid one thing city. It might have been my water or something. I can't remember. It was probably like water or something. I can't remember.
Okay, all right. So I can't say that? Okay, all right. All right. We're gonna wait. I told him, we're gonna wait. Tell you what, let's just adjourn until she arrives. We'll do that.
All right. Well, now we can go back because they're about to change the camera angle. Now we can go back to having our conversation. I just want to get that part because he did adjourn this for quite a few minutes. Did we ever establish who he was waiting on?
Yeah, he waiting on Lizzie. She gonna come.
Wait, Lizzie's in this committee?
No. But I guess he was just waiting on her.
They're there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not on that committee though.
Oh, well, now we're waiting for Lizzie. There goes Brother Jay Scott. Lots of smiles all over the place. Glad to see that. There go Brother Greg. Look at Brother Greg. He slid in there like a snake. Look, slithery. He the python. He come in there. He real quiet, real quick. You don't even know what it all got said, but you know he hit some nerve. Because Jack came down there. Oh shit, yo, am I looking, man? I don't know. I don't know, man. Look at Trey Guest up there looking like a well-dressed corpse. Don't come over here with your shenanigans. What shenanigans? I have to come with the first shenan first, and then I have to shenan again. Oh, they trying to be all cinematic. Did y'all do that for us? All that fancy camera work?
Oh, you see, huh?
Yeah, look at all that
about
fancy
that.
camera work.
Look, you better.
Yeah. Listen, we trying to upgrade everybody. Yeah. How was everybody's day? Mine was excellent. Thank you.
It was
Brad.
great.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I won't play the song again while we wait. This is my jam. I'm not gonna lie. This is my jam.
You about to play my song?
Yeah.
Hey.
Alexander, Louisiana. Stand up. Yeah. Put your hands up. Whole city time, man, they can't stand up. Crown, water, bills too high, got the whole town. Stand up. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the elders too. If nobody else cares, then it's up to you. Taxation without representation. Trying to stay the city before we stay the nation. Every morning another day, another situation. People barely living tired of first. People barely living high water, high rent, high too. Whole hood stressed to what we supposed to do. Mama, we crazy, working overtime. Still can't win, man. This world can't win, man. This world, but we ain't backing down. Tell the whole town, gather around. If you hear me, say it loud. Put your hands up, whole city tired, man, they can't stand up. Crime going up, Waterloo ground, bills too high, got the whole town down. Stand up, put your hands up. If you love your city, you better man up. For the kids, for the elders too. If nobody else cares, then it's up and up. Like Mike Brown in the streets, got the city pipe down. Young boy lost, trying to find their way. Need real, standing up today. If you will lead, then live right now. Don't wait till the whole thing burn down. Church folks, hood folks, come together. Real change only happen when we move. Stand up for the north side. Stand up for the south side. Stand up for the east side. Stand up for the west side. Everybody say stand up.
Put your hands up.
Stand up.
Hey, I'm jigging over here.
Put your hands up. Whole city touching.
No, I'm doing that Martin dance. That dance he always be doing on the show.
You will not be dancing. Be no dancing.
Stand up. Put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up.
No, we ain't rapping neither. Be no
For the
rapping.
kids, for the elders
man.
too. If you love your city. Come on, y'all.
You better love picking this cotton. Man, that is a jam.
Y'all don't know the song, y'all. Man, don't nobody know. Dang.
It sounds like it's two songs playing.
Stand up, stand up. Put your hands up.
Oh, I don't know what happened. I only played it once. Oh, wait a minute. We got a different camera angle. Oh, no. So they changed the camera angle. Oh, wait. We're zooming out. Uh-oh. Here we go.
I wonder who be doing all this. They probably be in the back.
That's Jock doing it from upstairs. That's Jock doing it from upstairs. You know he got to be in control of everything.
He probably is.
Even the cameras. Let's see here. Hold on. I got to keep it from blinging out. There we go. Let's see here.
My recollection of what the charter provision says and talks about.
Oh, we missed some of it.
To discuss this matter since, Madam Clerk, two people are here, myself and Mr. Fowler. I was told Ms. Felton was 5 minutes out, but she has not yet made it here. All right, Alexander City Council meetings and council committee meetings are broadcast live and may be viewed live by the public on Optimum Cable Channel 4. A rebroadcast may be viewed on Optimum Cable Channel 4 and the City of Alexandria website. www.cityofalexandriala.com. There's one matter on the agenda, and that's to have a discussion with administration about the veto process. I've received a letter from the mayor advising that it would not be appropriate for the administration to discuss this matter since it is a veto, overriding a veto is a function of the council. And I tend to agree with them, but the lawyers are with the administration, and I know we have a legal advisor, and I'm just going to have some questions on how this process works. So, Mr. Gist, could you begin by explaining Section 2-27 of the city charter to me?
Yes, sir. Not looking at the charter, but in my recollection of what the charter provision says and talks about. There's a provision that after council action on the adoption of an ordinance, the executive, the mayor, has a right to consider the veto.
Okay, so this is the part that we wanted to get to, because I feel that it's a travesty that Trey gets paid all that money and doesn't have a microphone. I think that's a miscarriage of justice. And I was talking earlier, and we could not understand what he was saying. We still can't understand what he's saying. So let me see if they got the closed captions up yet. Nope, no closed captions yet. So we're just going to keep on struggling to listen. If anything catches anybody's ear, just tell me to stop.
The mayor can execute the veto by simply advising the council that he has chosen to exercise his right of veto, and he generally is under the charter. He has to send out a written message. The charter section provides that the mayor's right to do so is within an 8-day period after adoption of the council of an ordinance, and the ordinance being presented to the mayor. The mayor then presents the vetoed ordinance, the veto message to the city clerk. The charter instructs that the city clerk shall then advise the council at the next regular meeting.
Pause right there. Let the record reflect that Council Lady Felter is present. Resume, Mr. Gist.
The veto is an executive action by the executive of the city, and in our case, the mayor. There are similar provisions in other home rule charters in the state of Louisiana that are comparable to the city of Alexandria, and some are identical to the provision in paragraph C that I'm referring to. Paragraph C has an additional sentence. First, it says that it's to be presented, the veto is to be presented by the clerk.
I also want to take a temperature check. You know, he's real cool right now. Real low, real sort of condescending. We haven't gotten on the condescending plane yet, but we're boarding in the flight of condescension. And I want you to compare that to as we progress through this one agenda item.
And look, why is he bringing up other cities and how they do it? We're talking about what's in the City of Alexandria city charter. What does other cities got to do with that? We're talking about what's in our charter regarding a mayor's veto of an ordinance.
Well, it's got something to do with the state. The people at the state level, it's impossible to you got to dictate and predict what happens. But the people at the state level, and our mirror, we have a mirror that mirrors that, and it's pretty much what I hear. I don't hear anything of substance.
At that point, the charter instructs that the council may re-adopt the ordinance by 2/3 vote. That is a separate matter from the executive. That's a council action, and that's by motion. Motions are simply instruments, and each council member has a right to bring a motion. I think your question initially had to do with the interplay of the charter provision with another state law, which is the open meeting law. But I first would point out to the council, and Mr. Barbaine, as you're aware, that the city council also has codified the same provision in the charter is in the Alexander Code of Ordinance under council procedures in chapter 2, and it's the exact same language. So the charter council procedures follow exactly what the charter talks about with the veto.
Okay, so the council adopts an ordinance, the mayor, on the Tuesday meeting, the mayor has 8 days to veto it. He presents his veto to the city clerk, who in turn presents it to the individual council members.
Isn't the city clerk usually there by now?
Not usually for committee meetings.
Not committees, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, for the
Yeah, you're right, Mr.
regular
Clerk, yeah.
schedule.
To the council, and she has to present the clerk is required by the charter to present this at the next regular meeting. And the next sentence says, if the council chooses to readopt the ordinance, it can do so by a 2/3 vote of the entire council membership.
Now, my question is, when does the council vote to potentially override the veto?
At the next regular meeting, when the clerk advises the council the veto has been received.
All right.
And of course, she does that by placing something on the agenda, because that fits in with the other state act, which is Title 42, Section 19, which sets out, it's the open meeting law. And in paragraph, I think it's 2-B, it provides that items can be placed on the agenda, but an item has to be placed on the agenda with specificity. And it's there in the statute, because that's.
Are we at the point of bloviation now?
Listen, okay, he read the part where the vote is embedded in the veto message that's placed on the agenda. So item F of the agenda talks about or lists the mayor's veto of the ordinance. Now, section 2-15, subsection C, it states in there that if the city council chooses to vote, they need a 2/3 majority to reenact the ordinance. So it is embedded in the fact that this veto message is on the agenda under item F. That vote is part of that item, that agenda item. Now he's getting into all this nonsense about other ordinances, that they have to be specified and placed on the agenda, a week prior. And if it's done up until 24 hours prior, it needs to be there for the public to know. So he's taking this train down another track to a different destination. He's talking about something else. He's going on a tangent right now. He skipped over that part that he just read that is embedded in there. There is a vote that accompanies this veto message. Now, the city council could choose not to vote on it, but they have the right to vote on it. And what Donna Jones, the city clerk, and Trey Gist, the contract lawyer, what both of them did on May 5th was skip over that and told the city council members that they could not vote on it unless they added it as a separate item to the agenda. And that's false. It's already embedded in section 2-15C. They don't need an additional item on the agenda to be able to vote on a veto.
Now, in addition to this, I want everybody to continue listening, right? Because sometimes, and this is to answer a few questions, sometimes you got to ask the question, knowing the answer, knowing that the person you're asking the question to is going to lie. I just need you to lie on record, because it's going to be, I just need you to lie on record. Now, we just went through this whole thing a couple of shows ago where we knew he was lying. We knew that this was done incorrectly. right? Malcolm asked the question, and now we got Trey Gist on record lying. Now, how deep is this hole is he going to dig? Let's find out.
Where the public is advised as to the subject matter of matters that may be put on the agenda, such as a motion or an ordinance or a resolution.
All right, so we received the veto at the next meeting. Unless we put something on the agenda to vote on it, we cannot vote on it.
Unless a member within 24 hours before the meeting, that's the open meeting.
Okay.
Any member of the council can place on the agenda, as long as it's done 24 hours ahead of time, they can put on the agenda an item to.
Now, Mr. Porter, we were talking earlier. He said any member of the council.
Well, the agenda is controlled by the city council president. If anybody can submit items for the city council agenda, they must do so by 12 noon on Tuesday prior to the next council meeting. So that's a week in advance. Now, anything after 12 noon of that deadline, then it must be placed on the agenda by the president. So they would have to submit it, but before the clerk would add it to the agenda, that the clerk would get the city council president's approval. And the city council president can reject it.
Okay.
Consider reconsideration or readoption of the ordinance.
All right, so that has to be done before the meeting.
That has to be, that's because of the open meeting law requirement as any matter on the agenda. Now, it doesn't have to be done in a meeting, but 24 hours before the meeting. If a matter is brought up during a meeting and by unanimous consent, the entire council membership.
Why are we talking about this and not about what the topic was, which was the veto?
Yeah, he's taking them down a rabbit hole. He's intentionally steering them away from the actual topic.
But I thought
Now-
the issue, y'all, excuse me, I thought the whole issue with this was they didn't allow us to make public comment this time like they did last time. I thought that was the whole issue.
No, the whole issue was that they told them that they could not vote to override that veto.
But they didn't let us speak on it either, though. So
Well,
I
I
thought
mean,
that was the whole issue.
Vote to override the veto would have accompanied public comment.
Mhm.
Right. That's right.
Okay.
You see, there would have been a motion. So after the item F would have been read on the agenda, then it switches over to whether the city council wants to vote on that. There would be a motion, there would be a second, and then there would be public comment, and then there would be the vote. And they did not allow that process.
Exactly.
take place.
That's exactly what happened. Yes.
Moves to add something to the agenda.
Are there any questions, Mr. Fowler? Are there any questions, Ms. Felter? Ms. Sweeney, do you have any questions?
I do, yes. Mr. Gist.
You know, when Jules starts talking, I can only think of Perry Mason. You know how he just come in like, yeah, I do have a couple questions. And all of his questions are like landmines. Jones.
Oh yeah, boom.
No
But
one
also,
on the mayor
if he
veto.
I've learned today, if he take a deep breath before he start,
He finna go
it's
in.
like a dragon
Yeah.
getting ready to blow.
He about to go in.
Yep.
Let's go back to December the 16th. Item F, to receive and consider the mayor's veto message regarding ordinance number 129-205. Let's now go forward to Tuesday, May 5th, 2026. Item F, to receive and consider the mayor's veto message regarding ordinance number 25-206. Mr. Gibbs, I vividly recall on December 16th, we had nothing on the agenda to override the mayor's veto, but we did make a unanimous move to consider overriding the veto, and it happened. I want to know what transpired, what's changed from December the 16th to May the 5th, because it's the same item, minus the ordinance. You sat there and said that we couldn't override the veto because we didn't put anything on the agenda. But December 16th, we did not have anything on the agenda, and we did do it. So tell me, please, what was the difference?
Well, I didn't say that, Mr. Green. If you recall, I was.
It's on video, sir.
And I believe exactly what happened at the last meeting was the matter was brought up by the clerk, was read by.
You know, and here he is talking about the last meeting. We're talking about what happened on December, right? So you're talking about the last meeting as if that was the actual topic. We're comparing one to the other.
Mr. Drew's about to make him work for that money today that he
Damn.
make.
The president, if the veto was received, there was silence initially, and the clerk was moving to the next agenda item because no one had made any motion, at which point you asked specifically,
I did.
you asked the question, you wanted to speak to the administration.
Hey, you know what's real funny? You can hear his ass loud and clear now, can't you?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Oh yeah.
Look, the way the item on the agenda is worded, to receive and consider.
Yes.
Now, what would consider entail? It would
To think
entail,
about it.
do we want to vote on overturning this?
Right.
And then section 2-15C says, should the city council vote to overturn it, they require 2/3 vote to reenact the ordinance. Okay, all of that is embedded in that one agenda item. You don't need another agenda item to allow a vote. And there's nowhere in the city charter that states that.
He's going to make it state that. Hold on.
About the veto, at which point the city clerk advised you that there was not any comment on the matter because there was no additional motion placed on the agenda. That's what happened, Mr. Green.
Mr. Gist, again, December 16th, item F. We had nothing on the agenda to override the veto, yet we overrode the veto. I've in the past have had information given to me from you, and Chuck Fowler, I'm sorry, Mr. Fowler, excuse me. Chuck Johnson, the former attorney, told me that you'll say stuff and it does not be factual. I believe you got upset when I told you that. Chuck Johnson, the former attorney, said that. So my question to you in this audience, between December the 16th and May the 5th, what changed, sir?
And then there was silence. And then he tried to move on. You know, that's the sound of a goose getting cooked.
I said nothing too in the background.
Ms. Bell says she also stated that she didn't work for the mayor, she worked for the council, and that the council had 2 weeks to get with her. The council had 2 weeks to get with her and put that veto message on the agenda. Okay, if you could work for the council, wouldn't you let them know that just in case they weren't aware of it? Oh, no,
She
not
was just being smart with him that day.
Yeah, she was.
That's all. She was just being a real smart ass that day.
And the thing is, it was already on the agenda, item F.
Yeah, it was. You didn't have to add something that was already there. That's redundant.
Right. And it says to receive and consider. And then section 2-15C refers to a vote, what would happen if you voted. So a vote is embedded. A vote is implied.
It's
now,
an
they don't
automatic.
have to vote if they choose not to. And then he talked about, well, the clerk had moved on to the next item on the agenda. She moved very quickly. She didn't wait for any consideration of the mayor's veto. She moved real fast to item G. And here's the thing, Jack Roy got to her. So she went in there ready to steamroll and blow right past item F. And the thing is, our city council members got to be more knowledgeable about the charter. They need to understand what their authority is, because that's their meeting, and not let the city clerk hijack the meeting, and not let the contract attorney hijack the meeting. And that's what happened on May 5th.
Hijack.
Mr. Green, your predicate is full of complete inaccuracies.
No, not the predicate is full of complete inaccuracies. Sir, we all saw it. Like, and you know what Nat did call it? Gaslighting. He's gaslighting. He's gaslighting. You're absolutely gaslighting. There is no way that we are listening to him tell this story that we all watched. And I'm not going to bring it back up because we all watched it already. I'm not beating that dead horse.
And the thing he's referring to inaccuracies that he never described or explained.
Right. It's casting aspersions is what we're doing here.
And
I don't think so.
You're
I don't think so.
referring to matters which I don't know are on the record. It's very difficult for me to answer that, your question with the predicate. What did change was that there was a motion made, and the clerk advised you that there was nothing on the agenda to add, to bring up any motion to reconsider.
I
That's
would,
not what happened.
excuse me, I would never let him be my lawyer. He would put you to damn sleep listening to his voice. He is boring. He don't have nothing. Nothing he's even saying is making sense.
Being excited about lying.
But he's not making sense. It was proven exactly what happened. So him explaining over and over again doesn't make any sense. It's irritating to my brain. I'm sorry.
He's in the midst of casting aspersions. He's in the midst of lying to you. He's in the midst of it. So it's not going to be exciting because he's struggling right now. He's having a hard time. Look at his face. Look at his. What is he? That's a literal face palm. He's in full face palm mode.
Nor was there anything on the agenda December the 16th.
Did you raise that as an issue in December, Mr. Green?
No, because we took a vote to override the veto, and the veto was on the redistricting. So
Did you find?
Well, did he just throw his hands up? He
Oh yeah,
threw
he
his
kept
hands-
doing that. He
He like,
kept doing that. He was ready to fly off
Come
like
on,
an
for
angry
me.
bird.
Shit. Oh, the fuck shit. You know? What do you want from me? I'm just a contract lawyer.
now
Any
I asked
objection
was,
to that, Mr. Green?
excuse me, sir,
Did you find any objection to that?
did I find an objection to it? No, because on December 16th, we voted on overriding the veto. May 5th, we were told we couldn't do it because we didn't put anything on the agenda. I simply asked, as the attorney for the city, what changed, sir?
Mr. Green, I'm not aware of anything changing.
Well, we were
Told on himself. He just told on himself. He said
He
nothing
sure did.
changed.
He sure did. Nothing changed.
He said
So
nothing
why
changed.
was May 5th conducted differently
Yeah.
than May 16th?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If nothing's changed,
Then it should have been
Rule-
conducted exact same way the December vote was.
and look, folks, there were 4 vetoes I was a part of when I was on the city council. They were all conducted the exact same way.
Mhm.
May 16th was an aberration. It was different from what had previously been conducted.
It was a departure from the norm, if you will.
Yes, it was.
told we couldn't, even after I asked the question, we made a motion. Mr. Larbley made the motion, Mr. Johnson seconded. We took a vote, and I'm just asking, and it was.
I want to interrupt. Just to make sure we're keeping apples and apples and oranges to oranges. It's my appreciation in December, we were allowed to vote on overriding the veto. And it failed. It failed.
It did, I do remember in general that there was a vote and it failed. I
It
don't
failed.
remember the protocols,
And
who raised what issues, if anyone.
Nobody raised any issues. Matter of fact, Gist, you're the one that explained.
Yep, he broke it down. He broke it all the way down.
He said, here is the time. Now is the appointed time where the council has the ability to decide to make a motion. He broke it all the way down.
He presided over the vote to override the veto. The clerk threw the baton to him and he presided over that. Now, on May 5th, the clerk said you cannot vote on it, and then he supported it by citing Section 2-15C, which is not what is contained in that section. What's contained in that section references a vote on the veto.
Mm-mm-mm.
Anyone objected, et cetera.
And-
I just know what happened 2 weeks ago.
well, I just, so just let me get back to you, Mr. Brother Green, but I just want to make sure that I understand the process and others understand the process. In December, we were allowed to vote as a council
Wait, what we got here? Oh, we got somebody departure.
to override it. Now, it failed, but we were allowed to vote.
Mr. Lordane, it's entirely possible that someone, including Mr. Green, had told the clerk that there.
So you mean to tell me nobody up there is up for re-election?
No, but listen,
Belter
it's
is,
really
but
important.
That's it.
It's really important that you home in on what he just said.
Okay.
Look
let me
what
run
he
it back.
said.
I got to go back to when she was sitting there. Hold on. Okay.
Make sure we're keeping apples and apples and oranges to oranges. It's my appreciation in December, we were allowed to vote on overriding the veto. And it failed. It failed.
But it did, I do remember in general that there was a vote and it failed. I don't
It failed.
remember the protocols,
And-
who raised what issues, if anyone objected, et cetera.
And
I just know what happened 2 weeks ago.
well, I just, so just let me get back to you, Mr. Brother Green, but I just want to make sure that I understand the process and others understand the process. In December, we were
So wait a minute. Why is she exiting right now?
Because Jock Roy sent her a text message. Get out of there in case they vote.
She did just check her phone, didn't she?
Yep.
Damn.
Somebody need to subpoena their phones. Somebody need to subpoena their phones ASAP.
No, they I don't know if they're city phones or not.
I don't care. Subpoena them.
You can't take them people personal property. Let me, because I know I'm not.
Yes, you
tripping.
can. In a case of investigation,
That's what
they
I was
do
saying.
it all
That's
the
what
time.
subpoena is.
Yeah,
He
you
that's
can
the
do that.
subpoena.
Man,
Police
Emails
do it.
too.
Police
That
do it
takes-
all the time.
Already gone. You tripping? Hold on.
the Green, but I just want to make sure
That's her checking the phone, right?
Checking the phone. There
that I
it
understand
is.
the process and others understand the process. In
Get out of
December,
there.
we were allowed.
Get out of there right away. They're going to ask you a question. Get out of there.
Oh man.
No. There's no way that we just caught that.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I always see her leave, but I never pay attention to her like actually looking at the phone and leaving. You know, she always leaving. She come back with some tea and stuff. All the
So
time.
y'all think about it from this standpoint. If she got up to leave, right? She must know something was done wrong. If that's the reason.
That's guilt. He said he probably said to look, let Trey handle this.
Look at Fowler. He enjoying himself.
Fowler ain't got nothing to lose. He ain't got nothing on the line. He could sit up there, probably say the N-word a couple times, mumble under his breath. He'll probably throw something at somebody. He's still gonna be there. Damn, she checked her phone and dipped.
To vote as a council to override it. Now, it failed, but we were allowed to vote.
Mr. Lordain, it's entirely possible that someone, including Mr. Green, had told the clerk that they were going to bring a motion. I don't know what happened in December. I can tell you what happened 2 weeks ago. Neither Mr. Green or anyone else put on the
He
calendar.
loud.
That is not the truth.
That is totally false. Nothing was on the agenda. And now he's saying it's quite possible Mr. Green or somebody else told the clerk that they wanted to vote on this. But it's not on the agenda. And that is a lot of crap. Look, this man is sitting there lying, okay? He is lying.
liar, pants on fire.
A motion to comply with open meeting law.
Okay, all right. And the last meeting, I made a motion to add it to the agenda by unanimous consent.
And that's perfectly within your rights.
And that failed. I voted, and Council Perry voted no, and that was the end of it, to add it on the agenda to take a subsequent vote.
That's correct.
Okay, all righty. So Brother Green, please continue.
Okay, now look, that vote that they took was totally unnecessary. They didn't need to do that. All you have to do is go back to December 16th meeting and see how they conducted the veto of the Fair District Ordinance. So that, once again, he took them on a tangent and got them boxed in a dead end spot, and they were cornered. The city council members were cornered. That vote did not even have to take place. So it was a setup.
All right.
So, Mr. Giss, the way you're speaking, so I'm going to say you're gaining selective amnesia on what occurred December 16th. But it did occur. May 5th, same item, different ordinance, and we weren't allowed, and we were told we should have put something on the agenda. And my question then was, we didn't do it December 16th. Why are we doing it required May the 5th? That's all I want to know. Why? What changed? And you're saying you didn't do anything. You're saying that the clerk told us we should have put something on there, but we did it December the 16th, but wasn't allowed to do it May the 5th.
Mr. Graham, do you think the clerk ought to tell you what the parliament, the rules and the open meeting law is?
Not necessarily. You're the city.
Smart mouth mother. So what do we do with this, right? So how do we handle Trey Gist from going forward, right? Going forward. First off, we stop asking him questions because he's going to lie, right? He's going to lie because he is an emissary, much like Curtis and much like Lizzie. Excuse me, much like Lizzie. They are emissaries, disciples of Jock. Jock's been known to lie incessantly. And now, right quick, Fowler already lost his gay to commissioner. And yes, Gist is a liar too. So Ranson, I guess Ranson got the hell up out of there after you seen what this really was all about.
Not Ranson, it's Knowles.
Knowles got the hell up out of there. Okay. My no offense if no offense. So we need to take into account the information that we're getting when we're asking Jock Roy and his administration any questions, because we have our own little Trump issue in Jock. He is surrounded by people that will cover for him. There are people that will openly lie for him. They will break the rules for him, and they will cover for him when he breaks the rules. They will also not only just break the rules for him, they will break the rules with him. And as we see with the city clerk, they'll participate. I can't even put it any other way. It's participation.
The attorney, acting city attorney, whatever your capacity is, Mr. Goins said right there, did correct. You are her And that's why I asked, if we did it December 16th, what was the matter from doing it May the 5th, sir? That's all I was asking. What changed? It changed. We can go back and pull the tape, I assure you.
I don't know what changed. You had every right to.
First
Did
off,
he get loud?
lower your tone, cowboy.
Oh, look at him. He's looking
You
cocky
use
too.
your inside voice for your ass end up outside. You feel me?
Oh, he didn't like getting called out. That's what it is. That's what they do when they don't like to get called out.
Add it to the agenda last meeting. I guess you didn't add it.
We did add it, and it was voted down, but the fact of the matter was, it was a ruckus that we was told that we had got it on, we had 22 days prior to this to be added to it, but May the 15th, December 16th, let me get the date straight. December 16th, we did not.
Mr. Green, don't you want to be told what the law is?
I want to be told properly what the law is, sir, and I don't want it to change from meeting to meeting.
Damn, you heard what he said.
I'm talking about get that boy a spoon and a chef hat. He cooked them. He cooked them. They did change meeting to meeting. He's not wrong. It changed. It changed. But you know what? The best person to violate the city charter is the person that knows the city charter the best.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they've been doing a lot of that.
Yeah, look at Fowler. Look at Fowler.
And look, Fowler's been up there 32 years. Donna Jones been there 30 plus years. Trey Gibbs been there 40 years.
They all know. They all know.
They all know what happened. And look, Lizzie's been there 10 minutes and got the fuck up. She left so fast that her chair still spit the wrong way.
Don't you think your clerk should tell you what the law is and that so you can follow the law?
I appreciate what the clerk said, but I'm also, sir, you have a Juris Doctor. So if she told me something that was incorrect, us, the seven, you should have corrected it. You are Mr. Goins. So we've got where we're at right now. Mr. Larvin, thank you for the time.
Now, I got another question now. Since
Listen,
You have a Juris Doctor.
He folded him up. He folded him up and took him outside.
Stick a
He
fork
picked
in
him up
him.
like
He's
some
done.
dog poop outside. That's
he
what
rolled
he
up
did.
his sleeves. I've never seen Mr. Jules in a short sleeve shirt, but I'm pretty sure he rolled up his sleeves a bit. There you go.
since the veto
Stick a
was
fork in him. He's done. now.
Done. Mm-hmm.
It is cooked.
can we revisit that issue or is it over?
As I understand your charter and your code of ordinances, it's in the same paragraph. It says it shall be presented at the next regular meeting, and if the council chooses to re-adopt.
Wait a minute. Jock didn't want to wait. So the Jock didn't want to come down and talk about the veto because it's a city council function. But the guy that Jock hired is down there talking about the veto.
Exactly.
Jock, you're full of shit.
It should do so. That has always been interpreted, not only in Alexandria, but in other jurisdictions, to be that meeting. Otherwise, you could do it at any time thereafter forever.
Okay, I understand. Because when I read it, I didn't see it any
And there's
time.
procedures just like in Baton Rouge, it's the same thing.
Jock had to bring her back there to tell her what to say if they asked her anything.
And look, why are we talking about Baton Rouge? The
Yeah.
issue is City of Alexandria City Charter. How
Exactly.
that was violated in not allowing the city council to conduct a vote on overriding the mayor's veto. This has nothing to do with any
Yeah.
other city
Yeah.
in Louisiana.
Exactly. Now you notice how Lizzie came back, y'all. You see when she came back.
Because Jules had got done talking. Jules said that's all I had.
Yeah, that's why she came back.
Educational class for me and others who are listening, so that they can understand the process. So in the future, whenever there is a veto, if the council wants to override it, we need to make sure we put it on the agenda.
Any council member has an absolute right, 24 hours.
It's yes or no, champ. It's yes or no. And then on top of that, it's absolutely no. Yes, because of the simple fact that a veto is automatically accompanied by a vote.
It's automatically embedded in item F when you get, because it states to review No, to receive and consider. So now when you're considering it, you're considering, do I want to vote to override this or I just want to let it pass?
Right.
You don't need another agenda item to vote to override the veto.
Right.
And that's how it was always done. This is the first time they have departed from the procedure and violated the charter on handling a veto.
We're setting the precedence, champ.
First before the regular meeting to place the matter on the council agenda, your procedure rules say it ought to be done by a fact sheet, but your clerks do that all the time. And they've always been instructed to follow the instructions of the council.
Now, it seems like that deadline is longer than the typical deadline that we use. Is that correct, Ms. Emily?
We have a week because we have to put your books together and we have to get that out. And it takes a while to compile.
Okay. So are you telling us that the final deadline is to put someone in the agenda 24 hours before the meeting?
That is the open meetings law,
Okay.
but for us, it is the Tuesday before at noon,
And who is us?
the clerk's office.
Okay. Is there a law that requires that?
That is not a law, that's just how.
Okay.
Otherwise, we would have to be continually pulling the meeting down and posting it again, and pulling it back down and reposting, because typically.
So it's their own, okay, so that's a rule they made up on their own.
No, that's actually in the charter.
She said no. She said it was
Yeah,
what
she
they
did. She
did.
said no. That's just what they did.
Yeah, that's what she just said.
Well,
That's what I was pointing out to you, Mr. Porter. That's what she said. Pause.
in the charter, it is Monday, 12 noon, the Monday before the city council meeting, the week before the city council meeting. And then that was amended to Tuesday at 12 noon. But the original one is in the charter.
If they amended it, she just said she said that it's not in the charter. Basically, is that was a rule that they came up with.
Don't
That's
nobody
right.
know
That's
what
what
they
she
talking
said.
about. Don't
Yeah.
nobody know. Don't nobody know the
That's
charter.
24 hours before the regular meeting to place the matter on the council agenda, your procedure rules say it ought to be done by a fact sheet, but your clerks do that all the time. And they've always been instructed to follow the instructions of the council.
Now, it seems like that deadline is longer than the typical deadline that we use. Is that correct, Ms. Emily?
We have a week because we have to put your books together and we have to get that out. And it takes a while to compile.
Okay. So are you telling us that the final deadline is to put someone in the agenda 24 hours before the meeting?
That is the open meetings law,
Okay.
but for us, it is the Tuesday before at noon,
And who is us?
the clerk's office.
Okay. Is there a law that requires that?
That is not a law, that's just how.
Okay.
Otherwise, we would have to be continually pulling the meeting down and posting it again, and pulling it back
So
down.
you heard what she said. No, it's not in the book. She said it's not there. We came up with that. Because she said the basic reason why is because they'll keep on pulling it down and putting it up and pull. So what? Isn't that what you get paid to do? I'm just saying.
I'm gonna run it back a little bit so we can catch what she said.
Okay. Is there a law that requires that?
That is not a law, that's just how.
Okay.
Otherwise, we would have to be continually pulling the
She said that is not a law. That's just, yep. She should not have said it.
meeting.
No, she right to say it because they wrong for doing what they doing. They should be
But
doing
you
that
know
stuff by
what?
the
You know
book
what? If they've been doing it wrong, if
the
they're
whole
wrong,
time.
yeah. I don't know.
Everything needs to be audited from the top to the bottom.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
Everything.
saying. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Now, see, this is the other beauty of it, right? So Trey was supposed to say something then, right? See, these layers upon layers upon layers of compounding issues, they happen in real time. And sometimes it takes us to look at them in this way, right? So you got Trey Gist and you got Emily Lacaze up there, and she's telling you that no, that's not a law, that's not a rule, that's just how we do it. Now, if it is a law and there is a rule on the book, Trey Gist or Jonathan Goins should have spoke up and said something right then and there, right? Because they are the ones. Because remember what I was about to call that boy Chris. What Jock said, Jonathan Goins' job is to make sure that the city is following the laws and the guidelines. That's his job. If they're not following the laws and the guidelines, they're the ones that are supposed to call it out and correct it. But this is
we're in a Trump era, so I wish y'all stop thinking that they're gonna go by the law.
That Jonathan Goins is like Byron Donaldson and Trey Gist is like Kennedy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
okay, so I found the part in the charter. Allow me to read it, okay?
yes, sir.
All right, this is the Alexandria City Charter. The section is administration. That's section 2. And this is 2-23, item I. 2-23, item I, under administration. Matters published on the council agenda may be heard by the council prior to, I'm sorry, hold on. I'm reading the wrong one. Okay, this is, oh Lord, my book's so old it's falling apart. Hold on, bear with me. All right.
He's got it in a book?
Yeah, I got it in the book. Okay. Here we go. Item I, fact sheets for discussion items and agenda items must be in the hands of the city clerk by noon on the Monday after a regular council meeting for inclusion on the next proposed council agenda. So let me read that again. That's section 2-23I. I'm sorry, J. I keep saying I, it's J. Fact sheets for discussion items and agenda items must be in the hands of the city clerk by noon on Monday after a regular council meeting for inclusion on the next proposed council agenda. So if you had a meeting on Tuesday, that following Monday by 12 noon, you have to have the item submitted for the next city council meeting. And what they've done is they amended section 2-23J from Monday 12 noon to Tuesday 12 noon. So what Emily just said is another lie. It is a law because it's in our city charter. And our city charter is the laws that we follow as a municipal government. So it is in there.
Oh.
Reposting, because typically we post the meeting on that Tuesday as well.
But the deadline is 24 hours before the meeting. Okay. Any other questions? All right.
It's a matter of record, folks. Democracy, it may seem a little convoluted, but if you want to catch all the mice in one trap, you have to put out enough cheese. And this, if we've been able to, if within 30 seconds of hearing the bullshit, we were able to find it in a book, then you know he could have, he knew the answer. Trey Gist knew the answer. Jonathan Goins knew the answer. And not because Jonathan Goins is the city attorney, because Jonathan Goins used to be a city council person. So you know, they know. That's all. So take all this into account, because these people would not be in place were it not for Jock. Those are Jock's people. So how do you avoid having this happen after November? You get rid of Jock. You get rid of Jock. Plain and simple, you get rid of Jock. And so goes his administration. And you make sure that the next mayor doesn't bring Trey Gist back. That's all you got to do. You got to make sure that you don't elect a Jeff Hall that doesn't change the administration. Because
So at the same time as well.
Shirley Branham didn't even want to come down today.
Oh, she said she wasn't coming. She said she wasn't coming in the email, and so she sent Daniel. That's why I said I'm glad you're here. So he was gonna have to hear it.
See, and it's a lot of they are betting them. They don't bet it on it not to read. They all need to read the city charter because they're falling for everything they are saying.
Man. And then Goins and that other Caffrey sit there with the computers all day long.
All day long.
All day long. You telling me you can't bookmark the city charter? I do it whenever I gotta go fast and go
Hey,
to
listen, I can switch tabs right now and pull up this
Exactly.
city charter in about 30 seconds.
We don't get paid to do this type of stuff.
Hey, look,
Y'all do.
if somebody could get behind those two and see what they're actually looking at on the screen.
Hey, listen, I tried to do it. I tried to zoom in on this right here. I couldn't get
Oh
to it.
man, y'all
I wanted
funny.
it so bad. I'm like, this nigga looking at a blank screen.
Or they might be shopping on Amazon or something.
Yeah, they buying new lights. Oh man.
Or they might be watching a movie or something. Because they very rarely look up from the screen.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Do they have earphones on? Do you
No,
know?
they don't.
I think we all should have a better understanding how the process works. This committee is adjourned.
Genius move. If you know, you know. But that was a great move because now you have everybody on record lying. You got everybody on record lying, and you got Jonathan Goins not saying nothing when his law degree says that he is required to say something. So you got everybody. It was a mousetrap.
Look, I'm grateful for having Malcolm up there and Jules up there, because if not, this would be a runaway train with no brakes on it.
Nobody would have said nothing, Mr. Porter. Just
Yeah.
like they look just like the last council.
Coming back.
Just like the last council. They just passed everything.
A runaway train with no brakes.
No brakes.
And so I'm grateful for Malcolm and Jules. Now, what I would like to have seen, I'd like to have seen 2 action items come out of that committee. Number one, we have established that the rules have not changed and we did not follow the proper rules specified in the charter and specified by what we have done previously. We did not follow those rules on May the 5th. Therefore, let's add this to the agenda for the next council meeting, and we will do it again. And this time we will do it in accordance with the city charter, specifically section 2-15C. The second action item I would like to have seen from this is that the city council will draft a resolution to send a letter to the state general attorney with all of this information from December 16th and December 5th and the city charter, and we will ask the state general attorney to render an opinion as to whether the city attorney and the city clerk and the contract attorney provided that, first of all, followed the city charter, and number 2, provided accurate information to the city council members in as far as voting. So 2 action items.
Yeah.
One, place it back on the agenda to do it right the second time because we did it wrong the first time. And number 2, let's send a letter to the general attorney, ask them for their opinion. Did these 3 people intentionally mislead the city council members in adhering to the city charter? Did they
Mr. Porter.
lead them astray and had them actually violate the city charter?
I have a question. So when Ms. Donna said that she works for the council, that means that does that come with advising them on decisions or anything like that?
Yes.
Making them aware, you know, of
Especially,
things like okay.
yeah, especially as far as procedure. That's right.
Okay. So if they had any questions or concerns, I know she said something about they should have contacted her 2 weeks ago, pretty much, right?
Well, that's wrong. Now that was blatantly false.
Okay.
Because the charter, once she receives that veto message, she places it on the agenda, and she notify all of the council members. And by virtue of that being placed on the agenda to receive and consider, Section 2-15C is already inclusive of a vote. A vote can take place. You don't need an additional agenda item to conduct a vote. And she told them otherwise. And if you go back to December 16th, you'll see as soon as she read item F, she then tossed the baton to Trey Gist, and Trey Gist presided over the vote to override the veto. There was no other agenda item, no vote to add it unanimously, none of that.
Okay. So what happens now? Did we watch the rest of it, y'all? Did we watch the rest of this part?
Yeah, I mean, we're coming. Listen.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, the mics go off again, right?
Okay.
Now,
What happens now? Because I tried to ask. So what happens now? And nobody really knew.
There's a couple of ways that you can address it, right? They can submit the letter still, right? Because it's today and this happened, they can actually add this. Hold on. Oh, I didn't see that part.
Is he stretching?
Who?
What was that?
What was that?
He said he had to move after that one, boy. Mr. Jewis had him hot, hotter than a tamale.
Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Hello.
Hey.
He never got up that fast before.
Man, look, is he stretching? Oh, they talk. Oh, now y'all want to talk. After it's over with, now y'all want to talk. He didn't call y'all.
Oh, he told him good job. He told him good
my
job.
goodness.
Hey, y'all. This right here was already implemented last year. Remember, George Green's supposed to be the city council president. He would have caught this. Remember, he tried to catch it this time, but you can't compare the city council president right now. Am I right, Mr. Porter?
You're right. Yes.
So they can't overrule Cynthia Perry. Because the people need to know there has not been no time that I can remember that they had the same city council presidents twice. Only Cynthia Perry has been twice, the same one, back to back.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So
not since Roosevelt Johnson. Remember, they let Roosevelt Johnson do back-to-back years because he was so easy to control.
Yeah. So if Jules would have been
Johnson, it changed every year. It rotated
every year. So all of a sudden it didn't rotate. Now guess what? If I get somebody that don't know the rules, we can do what we want to do.
And that's not a rule. Let's
City council meeting is called to order.
All right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. Let's put somebody in there like they did with Roosevelt Johnson, who doesn't know the charter, so that we can easily manipulate them or pull the wool over their eyes because they wouldn't know.
Trickery,
That's what it's all about.
trickery and
Yeah.
deception.
3-car money. And she gonna go along with what we say do. And we know we got somebody know the rules. Jules Green know these rules. He know the rules. But he just can't do what he want to do because Cynthia Perry's the president.
President, yeah.
So he got to go along with her. So if she mess up, he can say, hey, that's the president, not me. I hate to call a spade, but that's what it is. Because if so, Jules Green would never actually take the, he would never did what he tried to do December 16th. He tried to do the same thing. He tried to do this December 16th, and they say, no, wait a minute, I done December 16th. Oh, so now it's changed? So now it's Cynthia Perry's job to say, hey, look, he's right.
Trey Guest doesn't remember what happened.
Well, hey, look, if I had that kind of money getting paid to do nothing, I ain't gonna remember either. Goddamn right, I will remember. $200 some an hour?
285. Yeah. That's what.
I would remember that.
Does he get paid every city council meeting, or does he get it like a monthly check or something?
No, every city council meeting, he gets to bill an hour before and an hour after, and all the hours there in between. And if he goes more than 15 minutes, he can bill for a full hour. That's how his contract is.
Ridiculous.
This council meeting was 2 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So he got billed. He billed for the hour before the city council meeting
for preparation.
Yeah, and he got billed for the 2 hours he was there, and he billed for another hour after it was over. That's almost $1,000.
That's right.
And then how is he preparing for anything when he come out with one piece of paper?
Because
hey, don't question me.
That's what's written into his contract. He got a good boy hookup. That's how his contract is written.
I come in with
so
a pen,
we need
paper,
to put,
and everything. He ain't got nothing. Do he got a pen? And he playing?
Just him. And his shoes.
So, tomorrow, I'm gonna add Cynthia Perry to the list too. That she's holding the power structure for them people. I mean, if you don't know shit, we tired of hearing the same old. I'm on a job training. I'm sorry, gig's up. You've been fired. Because
now,
look what happens.
On a side quest, I got a side quest for y'all. Check this out. I ventured over to Urbancast, right? Hold on. Come on, man. There it goes. Where is it at? Oh, not here.
This is pathetic, man. I mean, and Malcolm and Jules, they know exactly what they're doing. Because they're going to catch him one time. Hey, you say it now. But hell, I guess that don't work because Trey Git's going to say, I don't remember what happened May 19th. Just like I don't remember what happened December 16th. Or December 9th.
So yesterday, when they had the meeting, right? Hold on. Yesterday when they had the meeting, come on. Where is it at? That's the May 7th. Where's the one from the
You ain't even click on his page. You got to click on the page. You can just go down. Go all the way up and click the page.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh,
you know Facebook is dumb.
I thought I was on Urbancast already. I was like, where the hell did it go? There it goes. So, this is what they had to say at that meeting yesterday. Let me see if it goes to the side. Oh, hold on.
I want to say something about that meeting also. That meeting would look better if you had District 1, 2, and 3 together instead of just all 3.
Well, they was talking about some shit. Nah, I'm not going to take that from them. They was talking about some District 3 shit. Specifically, they were talking about getting rid of Cynthia.
Oh, no. Say it ain't so.
It's so.
Monday night
Oh
community
Lord.
meeting led to residents openly calling for the removal of Alexandria City Council President Cynthia Perry.
Say it ain't so, Lord. Lord, I tried, Lord.
Hold on. And they got a decent crowd.
Oh, wait, that's Tracy Snow there.
Yeah, that's Tracy
Mhm.
Snow. I guess she lives in District 3 now.
No, she lives on Jackson Street.
Huh. Oh, she's a District 4?
Well, she
Yeah.
needs to run for District 4C then.
Well,
Well,
I wish she would. I really wish she
help.
would.
Really?
Yeah.
You
help.
want Tracy Snow to run for District 4?
I mean,
Yeah.
somebody needs to.
It's
Oh,
a step
worse
up
than
from
me.
Lizzie.
So are you gonna replace Lizzie Pelter with a Lizzie Pelter? Is that what
Well,
I
you just
mean,
said?
if you think she
All right.
her, I
All
mean,
right.
I don't think she. I just didn't like how she ain't back up Jules when she lost. That's the only. I mean, I really ain't got nothing against that lady. I don't know her.
Well, I mean, look, she's a lot better than
Then Lizzie, yeah, for sure.
Elizabeth Felter.
Although
Because
she,
I mean, she
although
not
she
she not
talk,
afraid to be around black people for one.
Lizzie would have
No.
never showed up to this meeting. Lizzie
That's
didn't
what I
show up to this
said.
meeting. Yeah. Lizzie absolutely didn't show up to this meeting. And Tracy Snow's interest in this is because of that the gerrymandering thing and stuff. So
that's right.
yeah,
Because she was part of our lawsuit
part of the
against
law.
the city.
Again, I'm going to stick to what I say. My opinion is just my opinion. You'll replace her with another Lizzie Felter. That's all I just said. That's just my opinion. That's what I see.
That's
And it's not even about wrong or right, Tavares. It's just my opinion. It's my
Right.
opinion.
So
That's all.
again, Lizzie would have never showed up. Lizzie would have never sued the city, and Lizzie would have never it's they're contrast, right? They're polar opposites.
No, they're not. That's in your eyesight. They're not to me.
I don't know.
At
I'm
any
just gonna
rate,
watch my mouth on it.
at any rate, you have to temper it. That's my new word. You got to temper it with logic and a little bit of optimism, if you will.
Actually, you don't have to do anything but live and die. You know, that's my theory.
Yeah, that's a theory, right? So when you're using logic and you're actually involved in a conversation that's long drawn out, that's outside of yourself, you have to actually add context to it so others will understand it, right? So that's what.
Anyway, let's move on.
Here, right?
So look, I'd like to hear from somebody that was actually there, because we know about UrbanCast. We know how they put a particular slant on information to try and lead people
to
a particular conclusion, right?
This is also accompanied by it was I know what you're saying, Mr. Porter. It has a hint of that to it. It does. It definitely does.
Because I'd like to hear from somebody that was actually there, and I want to know what the conversation was about, and what points were expressed by the actual citizens.
So UrbanCast took pictures, but they ain't go live.
What now?
So UrbanCast took pictures, but they didn't go live.
Oh, see, I don't know. Did they go live?
Absolutely not.
Well, I guess we won't find out.
Not. No, they did not. Yeah, it does have a hint of it to it. I know what you're saying, Mr. Porter. It absolutely does have a certain smell to it. However, I'm not going to confirm nor deny. I'm just going to say it happens every election season. Every election season. Because if you think about it, if they're calling for a recall of Cynthia, wouldn't it require having a replacement?
Yes. Well, after a certain time, I'm sure it can't be.
Who do you think's gonna lead the recall, and who do you think's gonna be the replacement? Because I know who.
Me too.
Yeah. So you gotta, again, folks, I told you this the last episode. If they crossed you once and you put them back in office, the joke's on you. Just keep that in mind. They crossed you once and you put them in office in any capacity. You trust them with anything having to do with the community. Joke's on you.
2026. Alexandria City Council meeting and council committee meetings are broadcast live and may be viewed live by the public on Optum Cable Channel 4. And rebroadcast may be viewed on Optum Cable Channel 4 in the City of Alexandria website. We have the invocation by Councilman Johnson and the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilman Fowler.
I know everybody doesn't believe in the same God, so I'm not going to subject everybody to the prayer.
I don't pray with people like that.
Well, hopefully it's going 2 times.
I'm a realist. I'm a very, very realist, in my opinion. You see how he was crossing his heart and all that? Ain't no way, because then they go straight to being evil as hell.
We got a roll call, please.
Mr. Johnson?
Here.
Ms. Seltzer? Here. Mr. Green?
Present.
Mr. Fowler? Mr. Boulevard?
Here.
Mr. Lardon?
Here.
Ms. Perry?
Here.
Madam President, you have a quorum.
We have the approval of the minutes taken from the regular meeting held on May 5th. Need a motion. Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments. Public comments, what section of the written minutes would you like to make a comment on? If it is not in the written minutes, there will not be any discussion or comments, only on the minutes.
You know, you ever been in a place where somebody smashes the glass and hits the emergency button and all the alarms go off and everybody just stands there at the doors like, what do we do now? That's kind of what this is about to turn into.
If you have any questions pertaining to any item on the agenda, please contact the administration before or after the meeting. Discussion, public comments, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
F, consent calendar.
What is it?
Oh, smash, glass, you know, everywhere. Everywhere. So let's watch this. Mind you, they'd already voted. They already voted.
On what?
On the minute.
That's what it says, right?
Yeah.
I don't say resource.
Uh-oh. She was already up there. What the fuck? She was like, what?
Hold up, I gotta refresh. I can't hear nothing.
I'll come back in. I hope Ms. Powell's watching this. This is definitely highlight worthy. They smashed the glass. It was like, oh no. Oh no. Wait a minute. Wait, this isn't Cornelius White. Who is this? She's never been here before.
Violet
Violet
Wild?
Wild.
Ms. Wild?
I'm sorry.
District 3.
I heard Malcolm say, oh. Oh.
I would like to challenge the minutes. You guys violated the city charter by not engaging in the override vote following the veto. Section 2-15C. It needs to be a whole other agenda item to override the veto.
Woo.
When I tell you she got up there and mixing and cutting like a DJ.
She on fire.
I mean, she came out shooting.
She's slicing like a Domino's pizza.
Yeah, that's the Larry Bird. Shooting from the 3-point line.
I would urge you to review the video from May 5th. Thank you.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all. Straight to the goddamn point.
Straight to the point. Straight to the damn point.
Thank you, Ms. Wild.
I have a question. I mean, what do we do with that?
Now,
Hmm.
it's beautiful that Malcolm asked that question
Mm-hmm.
in a room full of people. And more importantly, it's beautiful that he asked that question with Trey Gist sitting right there and with Jonathan Goins sitting right there.
Well, we at committee, we just
Discussed
that
it.
that it doesn't violate the charter, what we did.
But she's lodged a complaint, Mr. Gist. How do we address that? We just,
Now, just to clarify, Lizzie got up there and said, well, we just went through this and we decided that it didn't violate the charter. Who
You wasn't
decided
even
that?
there, Teletubby.
Yeah, who decided that?
And no, nobody, that was not a conclusion drawn from that committee meeting that what took place was not a violation of the city charter. As a matter of fact, it was the opposite that was proven, that we did it one way December 16th. This is what section 2-15C states. This is what was on the agenda, item F, for both the 5th and December 16th, but yet we did not follow the same procedure that we followed December 16th. It was established that there was a departure. Right. So which one was wrong? Was it the way we did it prior to May 5th, all of those other ones that were wrong? Or was it this one that was wrong?
Can't be both of them because we did both of them. So
and nothing was proven that said we did not follow it did not violate the charter. That's BS. I don't know how she drew that conclusion.
Mr. Gist, how do we address that? I don't think we should just ignore it.
Since I will make a comment, it
Okay.
doesn't necessarily raise any items.
Okay.
The matter before y'all is to adopt, to approve.
So again, something was addressed. Trey Gist brushed it off, lied, right? And nobody, like, I don't know if people are picking it up, but as you can see, Brother Malcolm is kind of driving them to these violations. He's getting them to the violation, and they're just violating. They're just violating. He's violating. Jonathan Goins sitting up there violating right now. In violation. That is not how you handle that. That is not how you handle that. But they're already in too deep. And they just hoping, I hope that Jock can get them out of this, but I doubt it.
I mean, is it a typo or is it?
Was it a typo and
Who said anything about a typo?
Nobody.
I could have swore that young lady got up there and just said y'all violated the charter. Where's the typo?
Well, she told them to refer back to the video, so I'm guessing she's trying to say, is it a typo in the video somewhere? Like, did something go on in the video that we did? I mean, wrong.
You violated the charter. She just explained to you how she did it. Bro.
in the minutes, Ms. Wilder, or you just?
Her gripe is we didn't attempt to override the veto. That's her.
Mr. Scott.
I hear a lot of sighing.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My comment is also in regards to the veto process. At the last meeting, the council was informed that a majority veto could not be overridden under the city charter. Based on that statement, no motion to override was allowed and no public comment was allowed. And it was also stated that any attempt to override would have to be placed as a separate item on the agenda at the next meeting. However, after reviewing the city charter, specifically the sections that address veto messages, sections 2-11 through 2-15C, those provisions outline the mayor's ability to veto and return items to the council, but they do not state that a veto is final, nor do they prohibit the council from overriding the veto. So for the sake of transparency, consistency, and public trust, it's important that the rules are applied uniformly and supported by the governing document. So for that, those rules should apply to all meetings, not just the last meeting.
You guys are out here cooking, man. Where's the button at? You guys are out here cooking, man. You guys are out here cooking, man. This Kyle, you guys are out here cooking, man.
But see, people miss out because I get to see it in person. You feel me? So hey, it's like 3D.
Y'all really do need to go to these city council meetings, if not for anything but to see Shamir, Greg, and all these other people, Miss Linda Bell. You got to see it in person. The intensity, it's a vibe in the room, right? And you can cut the tension with a knife, especially after that fiery exchange between, after listening to all them lies they was just telling, right? Because they don't know what you're going to say. They have no idea what you're going to say because you could very much go off script. And they don't know how to, they know what Jock told them to do. The only people that you actually notice engage with commenters are Malcolm, for the most part, and Jules. If it's not even just but for to respond to what they were saying, right? So you got two good councilmen up there. It's a start.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Mr. White.
Thank you, Madam President. My name is Mr. Cornelius Lawson.
Hey, he's slimming down. Hey, look at you, looking slim there, sir. What do you? What's that magnesium sulfate?
White Jr. I live at 3638 10th Street in Alexandria, Louisiana, 71302, and my phone number is area code 318-446-6934. I'm glad the young lady and young man pointed out these inconsistencies, but you know, the public is the main thing y'all should be supporting. And public comment, you know, when you deny public comment.
You know what? He shoehorned this in. I don't know if I like this. Because the other two speakers, it had to bring down their defenses, right? And he comes in at the end with something that's off topic. He kind of ruined the moment a little bit, right? But you know what? I realized people that are right-leaning, they don't know how to read a room. And I don't know if that's innate to just their political leanings, but they don't really, and I can't really say it is a bad thing. I can't say that it's horrible, right? But if you ever sit and watch them, they absolutely don't know how to read a room. They don't know how to, I shouldn't, okay, hold on, let me, readjust. Oh, hold on, let me not say this. They don't. It's socially awkward is what it is.
That hurts a whole lot of people. And I just wish that this city council would just let the people, have some say in what's going on and stuff. And I appreciate Jules Green telling us that your override veto was different in December than what it was in May. So he says there's videotape of it, and I hope y'all will go back and see that videotape and see the difference between that override veto in December and this that was stopped. And I hate to say it, Ms. Perry, but you voted against. I wish you would let somebody else vote no.
And I'm telling you, it's a certain, I don't know how to put my finger on it. It's a social awkwardness that it's no filter. It's no filter. And that's it right there. I really wish you would have just, it would have been somebody else, but shit, it's you. Damn. It had to be you, I guess. Because it could have been somebody else. That's what my point is. It would have took a unanimous vote anyway. And you already knew Lizzie and them was going, well, hold on.
You see, that's right, because Malcolm voted yes. Had Cynthia voted yes, the vote would have moved to Gary Johnson. Had he voted yes, then the vote would have moved to Elizabeth Felter, and she had three choices. She could vote yes, she could abstain, she could vote no. And what Cynthia did by voting no, she saved Felter for this upcoming election by not having that on her record, that she either abstained or voted no to overriding that veto.
And I want to say, like, she's the most junior person on the council besides Gary, and they've been a part of more veto votes than I've never seen. Like, that's a lot of vetoes that they've been thrown over the last couple of years.
Yeah, my 4 years, I had 4 veto votes. They've already had 2 in 1 year.
They had 2 in 6 months.
In 6 months, that's right.
But I just don't understand how it could change from December to May. Now, y'all say y'all are following the charter. These two young people, the young man and young lady, said that you're not following the charter. So somebody's not telling the truth. And I don't know who is and who isn't. But, election time will be coming around again, and we'll see who will be in the office. So God bless.
Now, who's trying to keep him on the minutes?
Ballard.
Oh, of course he would. He's a pro. Of course he would. Yeah, we got to keep it on the minutes. We ain't going to talk about elections now. Didn't he just get there? He just got to the meeting.
Yeah.
Bless you. God bless America.
Thank you, Mr. White. All in favor?
They beat me.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
F, consent calendar. Number 1, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for janitorial supplies. Number 2, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for minimum of 130 passenger trolley. The administration is requesting that this item be delayed for 2 weeks. Number 3, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Block to provide investigative support.
Hold on. Now, remember they wanted that trolley. They took it off the agenda.
They delayed it.
They delayed it for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to get the trolley.
You better not. You better not.
130 people can fit on it?
No, 30. It's a 30 passenger, 130 passenger trolley.
Oh, I thought they said 130 people. I was like, Nick, that's a party bus.
For the Alexandria Police Department. Number 4, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract with Taylorscapes for landscape maintenance services at Alexandria Gateways. Number 5, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract with Taylorscapes for landscape maintenance service at Acadian Park. Number 6, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract with Taylorscapes for landscape maintenance service at HDQ Park.
I'm trying to get to the good parts. We did good tonight. Listen, we 2 hours in. We 43 minutes into the show. Into the city council meeting. So we're doing real good tonight.
Number 7, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract with Taylorscape for landscape maintenance services at Compton Park. Number 8, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received for Taylorscape for landscape maintenance services at 3rd Street Rain Garden. Number 9, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from Taylorscapes for landscape maintenance services at Bolton Avenue Rain Gardens. Number 10, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from U.S. Lawn of Alexandria for landscape maintenance services at Refuge Trail. Number 11, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract with Yankee Clipper Holding, doing business as Yankee Clipper for landscape maintenance services at Holocaust Park. Number 12, introduction of an ordinance rezoning the rear portion of lots 12, 13, and 14 located at 1305, 1307, and 1311 Darkin Street, Alexandria, Louisiana, from a SF2 single family to a B3 general business. Number 13, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract with Kaplan's Inc. for uniform bidding for the police department. Number 14, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a professional service agreement with Booth and Associate for an electric load study.
How many consent items was it?
A lot.
for Twin Bridges Road substation in LA 28 West area. Number 15, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the award of $2 million from LADOTD Transportation Alternate Perfection and TAP for the reconstruction of downtown sidewalk improvements phase 1.
A motion, please.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Any items to committee?
Item 15.
Okay.
15.
Resolutions.
Resolution number 16, a resolution authorizing advertisement for bid for annual uniform for the fire department.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second. Motion by Councilman Ballard, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments? Mr. White?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam President.
You're welcome.
I hope, again, I was reading, y'all were saying y'all are dealing with captains for the police department. So I hope for the fire department, you'll be dealing with shop local and stay local. And maybe captains can get the fire department uniforms too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. White. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 17, a resolution authorizing advertisement for bids for three-phase pad mount.
Motion, please. Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments? Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 18, resolution authorizing advertisement for bid for spun pre-stressed wood pole equivalent concrete poles.
Motion, please. Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments? Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 19, a resolution authorizing advertisement for bids for single-phase pole mount.
Motion, please. Motion by Councilman Fowler,
Second.
second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments? Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 20, a resolution authorizing advertisement for bid for single-phase pad mount.
Motion, please. Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments? Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 21, a resolution authorizing advertisement for bid for chlorination and dechlorination equipment.
Motion, please. Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments? Discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 22, a resolution authorizing advertisement for bids for the healthcare clinic building renovation.
Motion, please. Motion by Councilman Fowler, second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments? Discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 23, a resolution supporting a City of
You wanna
Alexandria
talk?
agreement with and between the Rapides Parish School Board and the Rapides Parish Police Bureau for potential youth programs in the Monroe Street area.
Motion, please. Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Lawberdane.
We have some
Public comments? Mr. White?
I see that it's just covering Monroe Street, and I would wonder why this wouldn't be either a citywide thing or anything like that. I mean, I appreciate that it's covering Monroe Street and that the police jury and the city and the school board are all working together, but it needs to be some type of citywide effort because, you know, we got some problems over there in my district and, you know, the kids need something to do. Okay, and I just wish I wish y'all would make it citywide or, you know, like I said, in my district, there are a lot of poor kids and they need something to keep themselves busy during the summer. Because, you know, idle mind is a devil's workshop. And you see all these teens all over the country shooting up the place in Austin, Texas, over there in San Diego at that mosque and stuff. And just that teenagers need something to do, something to occupy their time. So
I
that's
agree
my
with you, Mr.
comment.
White.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Scott? Oh, who is your spokesman? Miss,
Good evening.
good
The
evening.
hardest job in this world is an educator. I've been up since 4 o'clock, exhausted, but I'm
I thought
here.
that was a little boy.
I have,
What?
I'm sorry, I thought that was a little boy.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop, man. Take a lap. Welcome back.
journey pipes with me. This came about, my principalship, this time coming to MMS and stepping out and seeing that we work hard and we go at the table with our kids every day. And what I noticed that this community of where Alexandria Middle Magnet is, Huddle Elementary, Ellis Rugg, as well as Rosenthal, and I spoke to all those places, And we came to a conclusion that this is the only side of town in Rapides Parish, part of town, that do not have recreation. We know that there's Frank O'Hana. They've added some things there and adding more, but our kids leave. I have 500 that leave Alexandria Middle every day, Hubble, Rosenthal, as well as Ellis Rugg, and they go into a crime, drug-infested area. And it's getting worse. And we know what has happened. I do not have to call any names of what's happened with a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, and that was in that area, where our kids have nothing to leave our schools for. They walk past many of the stores. They're solicited out there. And if we're going to make a change in this community, especially in this heavily populated and it's steadily growing on that side of town, we have to come together as a school board, as a city, as a police jury, and say, hey, we're going to do something about this. If not now, when? We will find that it will empty into some of our best neighborhoods. No one is going to be left out until we answer the call to say, hey, it's knocking on our door. And it's starting from elementary. I see it every day in middle school. I saw it at the high school. And that's why I'm back in the middle. But it's emptying into the elementary. And our jobs are to take care of children. I make my decisions at Alexandria Middle and what's best for children, not adults, because they want the best. And so my job is to give them the best. And that's why I have Journey Pipes. And she's going to tell you from her perspective how she feels.
Good afternoon. My name is Journey Pipes. I'm a student that attends Alexandria Middle Magnet School, and I'm speaking on behalf of the student body. I'm speaking today to bring attention to an issue that directly affects me and many other young people in our community, the need for recreation. Every day, students from Ellis Rugg, AMMS, and DF Huddle or Rosenthal walk home from school. For many of us, that walk home is followed by a difficult reality. Once we get home, we are limited to options. We are either confined to our houses with little to do, or return to outside environments that aren't always safe or productive. Unfortunately, the only park in our area is open to crime and impacted by loitering and negative influence. Because of this, there are not always reliable spaces for youth and young people to spend their time. As a result, simply walking home without anything positive or structured to do can begin to influence the choices that young kids make. When young people lack safe environments and guidance, they become more vulnerable to peer pressure, risky behavior, and negative influences. Research supports this concern. Studies show that teens who do not participate in after-school programs are 27% more likely to be arrested and 49% more likely to be engaged in drug use. This demonstrates how important it is to provide safe and structured spaces for youth. A sportsplex on the vacant land that surrounds AMMS would offer exactly that. It would serve as a safe place for students to go after school to participate in sports, receive academic support, build friendships, and develop important life skills. The sportsplex would include heavily populated sports such as football, basketball, soccer, and track. More importantly, it will help strengthen unity within our community. Social emotional learning can be improved when young people come together in a positive environment, encouraging cooperation, respect, and a stronger sense of belonging. In many other surrounding communities, recreational centers are seen as essential resources. However, within our side of town, we currently lack a space like this that is currently safe, consistent, structured, and accessible for youth. This absence is noticeable and impacts their everyday lives. Young kids should not have to choose between isolation at home and exposure to unsafe environments. We deserve a place that supports growth, protects our well-being, and brings us together as a community. A recreational center would not just benefit individuals. It would strengthen our community as a whole by creating safer opportunities, encouraging positive development, and building unity among its youth. We have the tools and we have the talent. So let's make it happen. Thank you.
That was wonderful. It is so good to see our young people saying something.
She in middle school. She talks better than everybody up there.
He was very well spoken.
Listen. She's braver than I was at that age. I was very I wasn't so, a social butterfly as I am now. And I definitely wasn't out there changing the world or trying to change my world the way she is.
Yeah, especially in today's world, with kids, they always on the game, social media, and she actually out there doing
and
something productive that's gonna help her future.
that is the same young lady that we, the community, helped get to the nationals, and she won first place. The one that ended up in Utah a couple weeks ago with the JAG Nationals. Yeah.
That's great. That means she's seen outside of Alexandria. That's
That means
amazing. Truly.
not only did she see outside of Alexandria, she beat everybody else outside of Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, it's important, it's imperative that we invest in our kids, right? The kids see everything. They see it all. So if you're sitting there lying to them, or you're telling them that Cheatham Park will be done in 2030, or you're telling them that their side of town don't matter, or you're telling them that they're from the slums, if you're I don't think people really understand when Malcolm said words matter. They do. Right? So if anybody should be fought for, right? If you too lazy to fight for yourself, fight for these kids, man. Fight for these kids. I would hope that we have her in the future come back as a college graduate and run for city council, run for mayor, whatever. I wouldn't care what she ran for. She'd have my vote. That's what we need. And we need like 30 more of her. At least 30 more of her. But this young lady's a one of one. I can't lie. She was the only one. She's one of one. So hopefully she's got a good group of people around her. And well, obviously she does. Obviously she does. And we could keep pushing her and keep creating environments that really to keep her motivated. I know it's got to be demotivating to sit and see the things that they see in their community. And we're going to touch on a few other things. We're in for the long haul. Not the long haul, but at least I'm going to give it another hour or so. We seem to be moving pretty fast through this, so we'll see.
Young lady.
And she's so confident. It's rare that you see these young kids be so damn confident and so damn smart.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope she finds her way back to Alexandria one day. I hope she does.
They want to take.
I got a message for him. Take her wherever you go and let her speak.
And she's a seventh grader. And these two teachers here, these are our JAG teachers, and she's been with Mr. Allen 2 years, and Ms. Reed is the other JAG.
Yes. She's also a national champion.
Yes.
For parent speaker.
And the young man that beat her out was from Baton Rouge in state, and she went back and did her homework, and she beat him out in nationals.
That's how you prepare the kids. You invest in them. That's how you get them back. That's how you get them to come back to Alexandria. You invest in them. You don't avoid them. You don't treat them like shit. You don't put their parents in positions where they got to pick between getting you clothes and paying the utility bill. But that's what Jock was doing. So I guess I'm just talking to the.
Wow. All right, Mr. Stewart, I commend. Oh, go ahead. Okay.
I'm going to tell the story I feel about it.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh God, man, that's good. That's good.
Yes.
We came together as a whole. Mr. Stewart, I was glad he came back. I watched Mr. Stewart many days walk down to Sunset with those kids. They shooting Mr. Dennis, he's still walking with kids trying to get them home. Right. Those are the reasons that I ran. because I knew what was going on. Great people doing great things. We want to make sure that we bring the community back in District I and Monroe Street. I apologize that you think it's on one side of town, but it's my district runs from Boyce to the mall. But that area is very, crime rate is bad. Police there all the time. We thank them for doing their job, but we got to continue to work, make sure these kids be safe. We don't want to deal with just a baseball, basketball field. We want to make sure we got some education going there too, arts, crafts, whatever. We need a community pool bank. We're going to open the tables up. Malcolm came with the idea. He came to the table. The school board sat down. Myself as a police chairman, I sat at the table. Mr. Stewart said, let's get together. Let's do what we got to do for the community. Not us. We grown. It's for the children. When we're not here, they still going to grow. We need them to show the work of our next levels. I thank y'all for continuing to believe in our children and believe in us.
Absolutely.
It's never been done. Police jury never sat at the table with the city council. Never. I'm going to tell the truth. Never. Have the police jury and the school board, I would never set the table together as one whole to come with one idea. Never. Now we're doing it. Let's not take away from where we're going. Mr. Capper, I'm going to speak on it. Don't get between our projects up. Don't let us roll.
Hold on. Wait, what? Wait, what's going on? Let me slow this down. What the fuck is going on?
You're getting checked.
Oh,
Been checked.
wait, what the fuck just happened?
They still going to grow. We need them to show the work of our next levels. I thank y'all for continuing to believe in our children and believe in us.
Absolutely.
It's never been done. Police jury never sat at the table with the city council. Never. I'm going to tell the truth. Never. Have the police jury and the school board, I would never set the table together as one whole to come with one idea. Never. Now we're doing it. Let's not take away from where we're going. Mr. Capper, I'm going to speak on it.
Oh, Mr. Caffrey.
Caffrey. He talks so fast. His words all together.
No, it's because I got it sped up a little
Well,
bit.
stop doing that.
I'm doing it for time's sake. Ma'am, if you want the show back, we can go back to doing it your way. Now, Mr. Caffrey, step forward, please.
Don't get between our projects up. Don't let us roll. Don't come chasing, try to get a school board to go against what we're doing. It's for the kids. Y'all stop my little league that I've been doing for 25 straight years. Every day. The day I got out of prison, I gave myself to these children. I gave myself to these children every day.
Now I get what he's saying. Miss Alita, do you care to take a crack at what he's referring to?
I don't know what he was referring to, but he was saying something about Caffrey talking to the police jury to stop something from happening.
But his little league.
Yeah, I heard him. Yeah, I heard him about this little league.
Remember Jay Scott had the Alexandria Little League? It was a whole league that wasn't Johnny Downs.
Yep. Yep.
And remember those kids didn't have nothing to do after they got kicked off all the ballpark fields?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't never trust no smooth faced Goomba looking some bitch. Okay. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
25 years. Don't stop what we're doing right now, son. You or Jock Roy, neither one of y'all better stop what we're doing. We're doing
the business is to be stood on.
He said you better not stop what we're doing.
He stood on it.
The business is to be stood on. If you won't do anything with the business, you're going to have to stand on it first. He said, you know Jock Roy better get in the way.
Straight up.
Straight up.
He ain't say nothing. Look how you looking over there with his hands.
Yeah, you can't do nothing. Listen, you ain't nothing else to do. What you gonna say? You can't say nothing slick. You ain't got nothing slick to say because you don't know you not an elected official. It don't cost $2,000 to punch you in your shit. That's damn near free.
Mr. Scott, you good.
All right.
They were in a clapping mood. They were in a clapping mood. You talk about a hostile environment, folks. Where's Jock at? Wait, where's Jack at?
All right,
You go first.
okay, well. Go ahead.
Come
Go
on,
ahead, Ms.
Shamir.
Who?
Me, goddamn it, they always skip me.
Good evening, Shamir, District 4. I'm speaking on item 23. I'm really taken away by what she said. Justice
Journey.
Journey. So I'm just going to say, I'm looking forward to this agreement. We have kids in District 123 who have never been on Jackson Street, let alone Versailles, let alone Johnny Downs. How do I know? Because I stayed in 1, 2, or 3 before I was able to live in District 4. District 4 ain't all that, just so y'all know. You know, it's just the
Oh, come on, man. You didn't have to take a shot at District 4. You live there.
I'm just saying.
They said it'd be nice if Gator could get in on it. No?
the mixed up neighborhood. We have black people, we have white people. It's just, I mean, it's just not as crime filled, you know, as 1, 2, or 3. That's all I can really say. That's why we stay there. We don't want to stay in the hood. I'm just being honest. We don't want to be robbed. We don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of drug addicts. You know, we don't want to be surrounded by kids shooting at each other all the time. So we chose to pay high rent and stay on District 4. But no details were in the info package. So I don't know what this is about, but I'm all for it. We do need it citywide, 100%. We already lost a couple of our kids during spring break, and summer hasn't even hit yet. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but we need our kids. That's all I have to say on this one.
Yeah, niggas just clapping for nothing. Good job. Good job. They just was clapping. They was in a clapping ass mood today, huh?
Sure was.
So you just got in on the clapping.
Okay, is it my turn? Okay, all right. I understand that some people feel that District 1 is crime ridden. I love District 1, I love the city of Alexandria. We have problems there, but there's some great people who live in District 1. And I'm doing my best to improve District 1 and the city of Alexandria. Juvenile crime is a problem, okay? Our governor's solution is to build more beds at Renaissance. I don't really think that's a viable solution. I think we need to really find a way to change how our children deal with conflict. In too many instances, they want to grab a gun, which is nothing more than a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I know we heard about the 8 and the 10-year-old who shot each other. I was in court with them. It was devastating, you know, as a juvenile public defender. Y'all hear about the problems and y'all talk about them on social media, but I see them and read the reports and look in the eyes of these children and the parents who many are in disbelief as to what has happened. So juvenile crime is something that I deal with on a daily basis. I know Mr. Scott comes up there on a regular basis and sees the business that we do. But crime is something that affects all of us. So, and as to Mr. White, your question as to why it was just on District 1, because I'm a lifelong resident of Alexandria. I've ridden down Monroe Street tens of thousands of times, and I see that big lot next to AMMS that's been vacant for at least 50 years. At least 50 years. And I also didn't realize that the largest concentration of young people is on the north side. I didn't realize that until Mr. Stewart brought that to my attention. So, as you said, when you hit the podium, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Let's build something there to keep our young people engaged and to keep them from going down a road that they really can't come back from. So, you know, districts 1 through, 2 through 5 have areas that need attention. And if a particular council member wants to make a motion to do something in that district, I'm all in favor of it. So, I'm just happy that this young lady has been the spokesperson for the school. I know when Mr. Stewart asked me to get involved, I immediately went to the school and we walked the grounds and have some ideas as to what can be done. The property is owned by the Rapides Parish School Board. They passed a resolution for this matter, I want to say about a couple weeks ago, or a month ago. So they're in favor of it. And I have assurances from Mr. Scott that the police jury will be doing the same. So Hopefully, this is the beginning of something very beneficial for not only the young people, but for that area of town. So I encourage all of my council members to vote in favor of it. Juvenile crime is something that involves all of us. None of us are immune from it. And I feel that this is the right step to catching them young and reprogramming them. And, you know, our gun laws are very lax. You can get a gun very easily. And we all know that it cannot be recalled once that trigger is pulled. So let's try loving on our kids a different way so that we can get better outcomes. So I encourage everyone's support for this resolution.
Mr. J.
I want to say something to Stuart. Man, you are amazing. I watched you the last 5 years. You and I got a friendship. And man, kids, man,
Are we campaigning again? I hope we're not campaigning, bro. Yeah.
12 grandkids now. And I can't sleep at night because, you know, all the crazy stuff goes on with them. I just graduated one last night. I got one graduated from Ash in about an hour and a half. Young lady, you are amazing. You are amazing. You know, there's so much negative going on, but you got to go, man. I love you like that. Anita, I recognize you. You grew up together right there. I did not recognize you. We grew up together from 5 6 years old. I'm a year older than you. I'm so glad to see you.
Hey,
yeah, you always
it don't matter what speed I play him at. I technically can't understand him.
Game, brother. I love that. Teacher, I ain't met you yet. I'll meet you. I know we got some more like that right there. You just stay focused.
I like to do Mr. Stewart like he used to do me when we had events that we had to attend and he was the speaker. But when we get to the events, you go on, Miss Perry, you do this, Miss Perry. So tonight, you don't even know. This is something that is serious to him. For Mr. Stewart to attend a council meeting and open his mouth, this is his baby. And when he grabs onto his baby, and I'm not talking about what nobody told me or told me, I'm talking about what I saw him do at Peabody Magnet High. When he has a baby, he's going to nurture that baby until that baby is full grown adult. Mr. Stewart, I am for your project. This is not the first time that you have brought up many ideals for our children. You are a principal who loves kids, who will do what is best for them. And like I said, for you to get to this mic, this means a lot to you. Young lady, Miss Journey, you keep taking your journey because your journey is going to take you a long way. You stick with those people, you stick with Mr. Stewart, and you stick with her, and your journey will be a successful, bountiful, and always keep God in the midst of your journey, and you will have a successful journey. I wish you guys the best. Mr. Scott, I have no words for you. Sometimes they mean words, sometimes they bad words, sometimes they good words. But one thing I could say is that when we trolled together, it was always about the kids and always trying to put something in Kelly Lane for the kids. For that, I respect you. Let's do what we got to do, council members, to make this work.
I have a couple comments. Thank you for bringing this idea. Thank you for, I think, as a Rapides Parish employee as well, you know, we hear we're better together, but I think realizing that if we can come together and do something like this, and bring these different groups together, we have to start somewhere. Of course, you can think big city, but the whole city, but if you start somewhere, then we can build on that. And
she's not telling you that the kids in her neighborhood already have an after-school program.
She ain't telling you she worked there. How long you been working there? You could have been past something.
Just Jenny Roy said, yawn. Ms. Linda Bell said, please speed it up. Damn. Yeah. Nat said, yeah, Cynthia saying all that, and she'll vote against it.
Right. If Jock says something, she'll vote against it.
She'll vote against it.
your school is looking amazing and beautiful with all the renovations, and I know that's something that your students are going to be proud of. And so I think adding to that in the neighborhood, I don't live too far from there, and so.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so my thing is, okay, you ain't said nothing else, but when they got something simple like this, you got a lot to say. But you got up and walked out when
campaign season, baby. She seen all the applause. She seen the approval that it was getting. So she had to hitch her wagon onto that.
But did you see how everybody did just that rode that way? You saw that, right?
Right. And people rode the wave for different reasons. She's riding the wave. She's being facetious. She's being disingenuous. We went over this last night. Her community has an entire neighborhood group that's staffed like a goddamn business, and they have a youth those ideas that they're bringing up now, the people in her community are already doing and have been doing. She just didn't tell you about it. So the compliment falls on deaf ears to me. If it costs too much, Jim Villar is going to say something about it. Well, here's the thing. We got around the cost problem because this is a trifecta, right? This is the school board, the police jury, and the city working together. So that funding is going to come from 3 different places, right? At least the conversation about it will come from 3 different places. So this is one of those things, like Mr. Scott said, kind of unprecedented. Why didn't we think of this before? You know? And then again, I can't say that because maybe we just needed the right people in the right places.
I think that coming together is something that is going to be a really beautiful thing. And I also reached out to Malcolm because I was like, there's nothing in the fact sheets about what is this about. He said that we were going to speak on it and get to hear a little more. So I think, as I'm understanding right now, this is just an idea phase. Like we want to come together and bring
It's
to the table between the groups.
the school board they passed a resolution. They're the owners of the property.
Right.
And what this resolution is designed to do is to compel the administration, along with the parish and the school board, to come in and talk and share ideas. Now, I'm here to tell you, Mr. Stewart, being the steward of the project, he has some ideas, and there have been some some initial renderings as to what they would like to be put on the property. And the school board has had some discussion on it, but it's still early in its early phases. So, this is a time for us to put our money where our mouth is. We claim we love our children. So this is a time for the City of Alexandria to do that.
Question, let's vote on it.
Yes.
Let's get vote on it. All right, let's move on.
I almost said it. Come on, y'all, let's vote on it. Shit. Oh, I think, listen, I seen the reaction y'all got. I know some voters in here. I'll just let's go ahead and fucking vote on it, man. Let's get this shit on the road. Let's get it up there, man. Let's go. Woo!
If he put this on his campaign flyers,
I
would not be surprised.
You know he's gonna do it. Lizzie's gonna do it too. They're definitely gonna use this on the campaign. We helped out little colored kids, especially one of them well-spoken ones.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 24, resolution to co-sponsor the Christus Cabrini Foundation Glow for the Girls in October 2026.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 25, a resolution to co-sponsor Zeta Phi Community Foundation Scholarship Workshop in October 2026.
Motion, please. Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Motion carried.
Number 26, resolution to adopt PUD reports 2026 through 2027 and
Hey, wait a minute. If this facility is really nice, right? Why can't we bus kids from other districts over there after school?
You talking about that health thing they're gonna be doing?
No,
for
whatever
the
this project is. If this project is going to be as nice as they say it's going to be, why aren't we busing kids from other districts to this facility on a regular basis?
They haven't even got there yet. You talking about the one?
I know. I'm just letting them.
Yeah, they haven't got there yet. They didn't have no info, in the info
I'm
packet.
throwing
They
some lemon pepper in the season and stop hating, man. Stop
Okay.
hating. Little lemon pepper ain't never hurt.
action plan.
Moved by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments?
Shamir, in District Court. So going through the 44 pages of the 2026-27 draft annual action plan, I noticed a few things, and I see Miss Shirley not here, so I'll talk to you, Daniel. So Shirley said there was a meeting for June.
You made this shit sound like it was like some gossip or some shit.
What you mean?
Shirley had said.
Because ain't nobody say I lied.
Right.
but no one submits comments and no one shows up. She also stated that she publishes this notice in the Town Talk and posts this on the community development page. Have we not tried any other avenues like utilizing the benefits of HUD Section 3? I'll read a little bit of that for you. U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Section 3 is a federal economic opportunity program created under the Housing and Urban Development Act of 1968. Its purpose is to ensure that HUD-funded housing and community development projects create jobs, training, and contracting opportunities for low and very low income persons, especially residents of public housing and other HUD-assisted housing.
Now, this is essentially the core of what this particular show is about today, because I definitely want to, I got to share the whole screen. No, I don't. So, let's see. How would I do this? I want to talk a little bit about HUD Section 3 and why it was so important that she brought that up, right? And I'm going to get through it as quickly as I can. I'm going to read through it. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if, wait, I got to stop sharing this screen and I got to share my entire screen over here. Share your entire screen. All right. Oh, Twilight Zone. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Can y'all see that? Hold on. Oh, yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can see it, but can I ask a question?
What?
Can you let her finish and then come back to it, or you want to do yours first?
I did it in a certain way. Yes, I can. So, in summary, HUD Section 3 is the U.S. Department of Housing, and I hope you're listening, Jock. The U.S. Department of Urban Development, Section 3, is a federal economic opportunity program created under the Housing and Urban Development Act of 1968. Again, its purpose is to ensure that HUD-funded housing and community development projects create jobs, training, contracting opportunities for low and very low income persons, especially residents of public housing and other HUD-assisted housing. The program applies when certain HUD financial assistance is used for housing rehab, housing construction, public infrastructure projects, demolition, other community development activities. The main goal, Section 3 requires recipients of HUD funding to direct employment opportunities, training opportunities, contracting opportunities that go for low and very low income individuals, businesses that qualify as Section 3 businesses, and residents of HUD assisted housing developments who must comply. Section 3 applies to public housing authorities, local governments, nonprofits, developers, contractors, and subcontractors receiving covered HUD funding. Programs commonly affected include community development block grants, the CDBGs, home investment partnerships, public housing capital funds, housing rehab grants. Who qualifies as a Section 3 worker? A Section 3 worker is generally someone who lives in public housing or meets HUD low income or very low income limits based on area median income. A targeted Section 3 worker receives higher priority and may include public housing residents, residents within a specified service area or neighborhood, or youth build participants. Section 3 businesses. A business may qualify as a Section 3 business concern if it is owned by low-income persons or employs Section 3 workers or subcontracts a significant portion of work to Section 3 businesses. Key compliance requirements. Recipients must make best efforts to hire Section 3 workers, prioritize eligible residents and businesses, include Section 3 clauses in contracts, track labor hours and hiring outcomes, maintain records for HUD review, report annually through the HUD system. Current benchmarks or labor hour focuses, HUD's modern Section 3 rule emphasis, total labor hours worked by Section 3 workers, labor hours worked by targeted Section 3 workers. Instead of strict hiring quotas, HUD now measures whether recipients made meaningful efforts to create economic opportunities. Examples of Section 3 opportunities. A contractor working on a HUD-funded apartment rehabilitation project may hire local low-income residents, offer apprenticeships, use Section 3 certified subcontractors, or provide construction training. Provide construction training programs. Penalties for non-compliance. Failure to comply can result in findings during HUD monitoring, repayment of obligations, contract sanctions, withholding of funds, increased oversight, or corrective action plans. Practical importance. Section 3 is designed to ensure federal housing dollars support local economic growth, reduce unemployment in low-income communities, build long-term workforce capacity, increase minority and community business participation. For housing authorities and developers, strong Section 3 compliance can also improve community relations and strengthen competitiveness for future HUD funding opportunities. So let me see. I investigated what infrastructural changes can be made using HUD Section 3. This is what it told me. The actual infrastructure improvements come from underlying HUD programs such as the U.S. Department of Home and Housing Urban Development Community Development Block Grants, or the CDGB, home investment partnerships, public housing capital funds, choice neighborhoods, disaster recovery, home ARP and HUD and other HUD revitalization programs. When those projects are funded, Section 3 requires that job and contracts generated by the work benefit low-income residents and Section 3 businesses. Types of infrastructure changes commonly associated with HUD Section 3 projects. Housing rehab and modernization. Listen. Multifamily housing upgrades, roof replacement, HVAC installation, plumbing replacement, electrical modernization, window and door replacement, lead-based paint remediation, mold remediation, energy efficiency retrofits, and ADA accessible improvements, public housing redevelopment, demolition of obsolete units, new mixed income housing and construction, unit reconfiguration, elevator modernization, fire suppression systems, and listen, security and surveillance upgrades. I'm reading all this because a lot of our issues in Alexandria could have been addressed. We could have had people that were skilled workers. We could have had people rise up out of poverty. We could have been, because they've been spending the HUD money. That's what this meeting's about. That's what this section of the meeting is about. They've been spending the HUD money, and some of it they haven't been spending. But all HUD money is applicable in this case, right? Community infrastructure. That's right, Ms. Jeannie Moran. They used that HUD money to hire friends and family. It wasn't about the poor people. It wasn't about the low-income people. It was about how many of our friends can we get on contract with the city to do this work. So, community infrastructure improvements. Listen. Street and transportation. HUD-funded community development projects can include sidewalk construction. Didn't we just talk about that? Street resurfacing, traffic calming, street lighting, bus stop improvements, ADA curb ramps, bicycle infrastructure, water and utility infrastructure, storm drainage systems, sewer improvements, water line replacements, flood mitigation systems, green infrastructure projects, public facilities, community centers, workforce development centers, senior centers, youth facilities, shelters, and health clinics, economic development infrastructures. Section 3 covered projects may also support commercial corridor revitalization. Like Reignite, but for us on our side of town. And it literally could have been done years ago. HUD Section 3 has been around since 1968. If you think that, well, we'll continue to show, and I'm going to show you how Jock absolutely knows about HUD and its capabilities. Not just hire them, they're getting new windows, roof replacements, etc. Friends and family, friends benefits. I believe it too. Now let me get back onto the city council meeting.
Also, there were over $680,000 left over in the funds. Do we know what services were being reduced?
I can't hear.
Provided with this money. This is over $500,000 of federal money.
Anybody see Danny's face when she said that? Where'd she go? Oh. I would tell y'all something, but I'd have to get rid of it. Don't tell us that. Inbox it to me. Did you see Danny's face when you said that?
I seen that little smirk.
Nah, he was stuck. He was like, wait, how did you figure that part out?
There were over $680,000 left over in the funds. Do we know what services were being reduced and not provided with this money? This is over $500,000 of federal money. It says that the home.
Yeah, he was signaling to somebody. Yeah.
Home buyer assistance budget has $145,493.37. How do we get?
You made that man go get his book out.
I saw that.
Distributed to the ratepayers and citizens. The slum and blight areas in this report were detailed as North Alexandria, the Central Business District, Samtown, Woodside, Lower Third, South Alexandria. Lastly, the Central Louisiana Homeless Coalition has 151 homeless persons within the Alexandria city limits. This is a study they said they did February 2026. So what are we doing about that?
Now, here's the big swap, right? I'm going to take that down and I'm going to share. I got to go back to showing y'all the rest of HUD Section 3. Oh, I got to click it. Boom, right? So, the project often generates construction jobs, apprenticeships.
I can't hear you talking.
Oh, you got to go out and come back in.
Oh.
All right, now I got to make sure she get back in. Hold on. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So, HUD Section 3, right? It covers, these projects often generate construction jobs, so we could have some blue collar people rise up from low income status and actually have jobs and trades, apprenticeships, vendor contracts, minority and local business participation. So our minority owned businesses could also get in on this. Resiliency and environmental upgrades. HUD disaster recovery and resiliency projects can include flood control systems, drainage improvements, elevation projects, disaster-resistant construction, solar and renewable energy systems, cooling centers, and climate resilience infrastructure. What Section 3 specifically changes, Section 3 affects how these projects are implemented by encouraging local hiring, apprenticeships, workforce training, minority contractor participation, small business development, resident economic participation. Examples: a city receives HUD CDBG funds to rebuild sidewalks and drainage in low-income neighborhood. Section 3 may require the contractor to hire neighborhood residents, train local workers, use qualifying Section 3 subcontractors, and report labor hour participation. Common eligible trades under Section 3: carpentry, electrical, plumbing, masonry, HVAC, roofing, landscaping, heavy equipment operation, truck driving, demolition, environmental remediation, and administrative project support. Section 3 does not allow funds to be used for any infrastructure project automatically. The project must first be eligible under the underlying HUD program rules. Section 3 then governs the economic opportunity obligations connected to that project. It's literally a way out of poverty. And I've been screaming this from the rooftops for at least 5 or 6 years, closer to 7 now. And it's nothing, it's the hardest thing to get people to listen to, because it just seems like, I don't know. But they talked about building homeless shelters. It talks about everything. It talks about everything. And it's all the opportunities that the city of Alexandria and this administration chooses not to do. They choose not to do it. So again, we're not telling you who to vote for. We're just telling you who not to vote for. If you want to stay in the same position, in the same situation, then be there. Don't get mad. But other people don't, we could have been out of this, but let's continue.
I looked at all of those pages, 44 pages, and those were my concerns.
Thank you.
And let's give her a hand clap, because she said the thing, like we always like, she said the thing. She said the thing. All right. So now that we're all on record with HUD Section 3, right? And I know they watched this show. She mentioned it at the city council meeting. So now that you guys have got a general breakdown of what HUD Section 3 is, maybe you should push the people that you elected to start looking into what they can do to get people out of poverty. We wouldn't have this problem if these local contractors would even volunteer to go on HUD Section 3. They still get their money. It's just that they have to pay the people that are working for them, just like they would have to pay anybody else.
This is the annual HUD action plan that the council, we request for a resolution. We also do 10-year plans and 5-year plans. Appreciate the comments. There will be a comment period for the next few weeks. If anyone, members of the public, whoever else want to submit a comment on the plan, they can email cda@cityofalex.com. That's the Community Development Administrator email address, CDA. It outlines each year how we spend money in numerous areas. Of course, part of it is supplements to the demolition and condemnation budget, homeowner assistance programs. Right now, we're doing a big push for home major rehab. These are intensive renovations to people's homes who absolutely need them. You guys, I think, are aware that whenever we put this program out, there are quite a few applicants, and we wish we could serve more people. Just to address a couple of the comments from the commenter and then anything else the council may have. This isn't like the city's budget. It's not that we have to spend every dime every year or we'll lose it. Oftentimes, especially with home funds, we'll build them up for a few years and then try to do an impactful project, such as these affordable housing, the rental projects we've done in the past, such as Gates at River Chase. A single year's allocation isn't enough to do a big project like that. Sometimes the department's not able to spend everything either because of lack of qualified applicants, lack of contractors. So those dollars can be reprogrammed.
Lack of contractors. You're never at a lack of contractors. Pan Am is always there. You use them literally for everything else.
Right now, we are making sure that we spend every dollar that we are allocating and don't lose any funds. Once we get to the next home major rehab house, I believe we will accomplish that at least till the next summer, or the end of the federal fiscal year that ends in 27. So I do want to assure the council that we're not losing any money in those terms. And I do also want to address the report speaking to certain areas of town as being slum and blight. When the city first designated target areas in 2010, we relied on a study done by a group called JQuad. What that does is allow you to, instead of having to qualify each individual for the income, you can look at different areas of town and spend the money on an area basis. This is especially helpful in the demolition and condemnation program. So for those 10 years, we used the term target area. I believe in 2020, under the previous administration, they had a different consultant. They used the slum and blight term. Now that comes from HUD federal regulations, also defined in state law. I just want to say that the city, the administration, certainly the Department of Community Development, doesn't see these areas of towns as being slums.
Yeah, because I had a
Their whole job day in and day out is trying to improve these communities. I do understand how, though, people might see that it's an outmoded term and not feel proud about having the city designate their areas as slums. So we can look at changing that back to target areas.
Yes,
But I just
You said we can look at it. I mean, we're going to do it. We'll see next. Well, I mean, he ain't going to be around next year. God willing. Now, not employed as the HUD person or whatever it is he's doing now. I'm not wishing anything ill on him. I just, he needs a better job.
I just want to say that we are sensitive to that. We understand that type of concern. It's just a term that came out of federal law. It's in state law. It was picked up previously, and it just allows us to more flexibly spend those funds. And we're required to spend 70% in those target areas. Typically, we spend up to 90%.
So by saying it's a slum, he said that it allows them to be more flexible with how they spend the money.
Exactly. And you guys got to remember, the federal government had a lot to do with why we have ghettos and slums, or quote unquote slums. The federal government had a lot to do with by denying Black families from being able to own their own homes and properties. So keep that in mind. The federal government had a lot to do with it. That's why that word comes so lightly on their mouths. It doesn't bother them. It slips off their tongue because the federal government had a lot to do with why our housing situation is like it is.
And ironically, people don't even know Section 8 wasn't designed for us to be on housing. Section 8, the original design for Section 8 was for people to end up in homes that they owned.
Yep.
But somewhere along the way, politics made poverty cool. Politics made poverty profitable. Damn, that's a lot of P's. Poverty is popular because of politics.
Do you guys have any other concerns about the report itself?
What about the solar panels on some homes? Are there grants? Ma'am, HUD Section 3 covers that. All they have to do, man, there's so many. I believe that the city purposely keeps the HUD program operating at a bare bones minimum. They do the very, very minimum for their housing. And Jock is a perfect example of that, because the Cenla Housing Alliance and people like my mom and quite a few other people that we were involved with at the time, Jock had disbanded or dismantled, just like what he's trying to do to Gator. He disbanded the housing board, and that housing board was the one that was the one that was able to do all the things I just described. All it would take would be a vote for them or them applying for it, whatever. Well, he disbanded them so they could not have a quorum, so they could not do anything. Jock did that. It took a call from us in Louisiana to call somebody in Washington, D.C. to get them to call Jock to make him do it. And he did it. He was made to do that, right? Jock is not concerned. That's why the housing that's why we have the problems that we have. Jock is not concerned about y'all. Jock is concerned about getting that Masonic corridor, right? The Masonic Drive corridor in District 4. And that's what he did. That's why you got gerrymandered. Now, again, all this could backfire on him, right? Because it could become a situation where the money that they're squirreling away for this stupid ass reignite shit, the money that could come from these CDBGs and other HUD funded programs, if the right people applied for grants, that money could far exceed all that 80 million, right? And he wouldn't be worried about it because they'd already stolen the money or what have you. But what it would create is you're directly injecting low-income people with a job, with a skill set, and with income automatically. And I don't understand why we haven't done it yet. What was Jock made to do? Oh, he was made to reassemble the housing board. So there's a board, a committee of people that vote. They take care of the business of housing stuff in Alexandria. Well, he dismantled them one by one till the point where they didn't have a quorum. And if they don't have a quorum, they can't meet. And so I think it had 3 members or 2 members on it. And eventually it just dissolved. The same thing he's trying to do to Gator. That's his MO. You know, if they got too much power, I got to dismantle it. And because those people didn't have a quorum and that organization didn't have a quorum, a lot of contractors that did a lot of work, like mainly, what if it was Bethel Apartments? And I do believe it was Bethel Apartments that had gotten those little few upgrades and those people never got paid. And there was a few other places where they just, because they couldn't get the quorum together to actually pay the people. And I believe that's something Mr. Porter talked about some money that we had to owe back. But yeah, Jock, the HUD has never been, I wish I could explain it all.
Or anything else, I can try to address
So the
it.
term goes with the report, for the report.
The term goes with the report. I bet you she says the hard R at home.
Correct. So the term is to designate a target area, basically, instead of having to qualify people individually on the basis of income. But the term itself, that word, comes out of federal law. It comes out of state law. I wish we could control everything the feds put down in the Federal Register. Obviously, we cannot.
Can we change the term for our local use?
Well, we'll look into that. I don't want to commit right now, but I do know that that term wasn't being used until 2020, and at least in this report. But it comes from federal law.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
So that tells you
Absolutely.
that, Okay, so that tells you, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that.
No.
That tells me that Trump did that. Because you got to remember who was in office when he just said it got changed. In 2020, Trump was in office.
No, in 2020, Jeff was in office.
No, Trump, Tavares. He said on the federal level. I'm talking about on the federal level.
No, listen, I'm gonna keep playing it.
Okay.
If the feds let us, huh?
I mean, like I said, I won't commit right here, but if we weren't using that term before, it seems that we could. No, I understand, but I mean, it stands to reason. If that change was made in 2020, and again, it's nomenclature. I know that words matter and words can hurt. I know, but that was certainly not our intent.
So you say the funds we don't use is carried over?
Yes, sir.
So if it don't matter if it's fiscal year passed?
Well, it doesn't carry over forever. We have a time period, so we do have to spend them at a certain point, but it's not like the city's operating budget where you got 12 months or it's.
Okay.
So is the roofing a part of this as well? Because I had several constituents calling me about the roofing. I guess some of them had it done some years back. So is this a part of that?
Yes, some of those fundings do go to that program, the rehab programs.
Okay, so do we know when that program is actually going to start?
Well, we're underway with a group of homes right now that were qualified. I think we've done about 4 or 5 out of 15. I don't know, but we can let you know when we expect another round of applications to go out.
I would definitely like for you to send
Absolutely. And
me
we always have a lot of interest
a
in this.
notice, because I do have several people that have contacted me about the roofing.
Mr. Smith, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What money is going towards affordable homeownership?
Mm-hmm.
That's the key question. That's the key question. And it's a lot. Never mind.
So in the plan itself, and it was correctly identified as a draft, we're going to get these comments in. $750,000 has been designated going forward, and that was a response to the mayor's executive order. We haven't designed that program yet, but that's what they think they can put toward that. Because we only get a...
Uh-oh. Hey, he didn't even come down from the back. He came down from the front. Damn.
certain amount of funds per year.
$750,000 for affordable homeownership.
That's what's being proposed.
Okay. Have we ever used funds for homeownership in the past?
There has been attempts, and it wasn't when I was here, but to do a homeownership program. There was a big challenge in finding contractors willing to do it.
See what I'm saying? It's like paying them want to do everything else except for hire black people, I guess. I don't know.
My understanding is that if the homes don't sell after about a year, the contractors have to keep ownership and convert it to rental. There's also challenges in finding qualified applicants, although there are ways we can work with the local lending community to try to identify those people. It's a challenging, not saying we can't try to do it, but it is. Rental is more straightforward.
So it looks like the lion's share of the money is going towards home rehab.
I'm not sure about the line share. At least currently, that's what we're spending because we're working off previous plans. That's a big push of what we're doing now. Of course, we have condemnations, demolitions. There's leftover American Recovery Act, ARC, Home ARC, and a lot of that's going to support the homeless coalition. So we do some of our funds.
Wait a minute. So the homeless coalition is getting HUD money? Am I tripping? Did I just... did he say the homeless coalition is getting HUD money? And we still have homeless people? Okay.
That come from the federal government go toward those services. And there's home buyer assistance programs. That's, helping with closing education, closing costs, that kind of thing.
Now, can homeowners use this program for new windows installation?
When we do the home minor rehab, I believe that's part of.
So that's to come.
We are planning to continue some of those programs. That's correct.
Okay, I'm confused. So are homeowners allowed to use some of those funds for energy efficient windows and insulation?
For the home minor rehab program, that's correct.
All right. Can you tell us how are people primarily using the funds?
So-
What are you guys mainly doing?
Right. So right now we're doing a home major rehab program, and that's for that program. It's been pretty interesting and challenging. We actually get a pod, put people's belongings in the pod. They stay at a hotel for like 2 weeks, and they go in and really knock out a lot in the house. So
Wait a minute. And they do all that with HUD money? Hold on. He said they put him up in a hotel for 2 weeks. And HUD pays for it. And that hotel is local, of course. Right? So they found a way to funnel HUD funds into the hotels? And I wonder if they put them up
I
at the
don't.
Holiday
I
Inn.
see what you're saying. You saying
Yeah,
that you're saying that are they using HUD funds to put? You mean like to put them in the? No. You said what you say about the homeless people?
Not the homeless people. We're talking about the rehabs now,
Yeah,
right?
you said that HUD is paying for them to stay in the hotel for 2 weeks. Is that what you said?
That's what
In
he
order for
said.
their okay,
Do you know how much it costs to stay in a hotel for one night?
right.
Much less 2 weeks.
I wish I knew which hotel. It got to be owned by the Patels,
And it's got to be Holiday Inn.
and that's gonna be real expensive for 2 weeks.
It's a homeboy hookup. It's a hook every day. Listen. So first off, the contractors are getting paid. The workers aren't low income workers. They're just gig guys that work for that company that bid on the whatever. Then they put the people in they put all their property in a pod, so they got to pay for that. Then they put the family up in a hotel for 2 weeks, and they got to pay for that. If you do that times 14, you're easily funneling around about $140,000.
Well, think about it like this, too. You're right, Tavares. So if you listen to the way he talks, he's talking like when Malcolm asked him about the affordable housing, you see how, because they really don't want you to have a house. You see
Right.
all the...
You said that renting was easier.
Yes,
He said renting
exactly.
was easier.
I just couldn't get off mute fast enough. But that's what he
Yes,
said. He
he
said
did.
that renting. He said rent. What was it? Rent, not rent houses. He said rentals, rent something.
Yeah,
He said it was easier.
Uh-huh. Because he's saying people. Now listen to what he said earlier prior to that, coming to the reason why renting is easy. He said they can't find enough qualified people to be able to purchase a house. So we're working with finance or banks or something to that effect. So we can't find anybody, so it's easier to rent them out. Do you hear what he's saying? He's blatantly telling you what they've been doing.
Because they're supposed to do like, well, I don't want to get a wrong word, like 10 to 15, but they're not doing that.
No, they're not doing it. And you can tell he's not. You can hear he's blatantly telling you.
He just
that-
got there, so I know he's working on whoever
He's
you
working
know
on some
was
old
before
But
him.
no, he's listening
But
to
he
what Jacques
also-
is telling him. Because
yeah,
you
oh,
notice
yeah.
Jacques was upstairs until you start talking about that money. When y'all start talking about that money, that's when Jacques came down.
Sure did.
Jacques do not want y'all to own homes in Alexandria. Quit believing that. He doesn't, because you know why? If he did, in his 16 years as a mayor, do you think you guys would have more homeowners in Alexandria?
We ain't got nowhere to stay out here. Like,
Exactly.
there's nowhere to stay. Like, nowhere.
And that's
to
why they were coming up with using the adjudicated property to turn them into places where people can live. Because he doesn't care.
And this is a program that pays for it. It's not even your money. It's
not your money.
It's
Exactly.
being our money in the end, but it's our
It
federal
is
money.
their
you know?
money. They make it their money.
Well, yeah, when they start funneling it, yeah.
And Ms. Jeannie Moran just came up with a good point. She said, hopefully it's at a discounted price at the hotels. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not. It's at full.
Right, it ain't. It definitely ain't.
It's at full price.
But think
They
about
probably
that.
got a whole what is it? Cooperative agreement.
Yeah,
with
there ain't no
them.
cooperative endeavor on that shit.
Really.
But think about it, y'all. Think about when you look at how things are. He's standing up there from whatever he was told to tell whenever we talk about buying houses. Oh, we have such a hard time finding clients and homeowners, and we can't get the finances, and nobody can. Well, you know why? Because you're set up in a system where you gotta pay everything mainly with cash. Your credit is shot because you've been trying to struggle by stealing from Paul to pay Peter because you don't make enough money. There's a lot of reasons why that has a lot to do with the people not having enough to be able to buy a home is because of the job market. Everything trickles back down to what's going on in your city. And you stand there and I.
No,
Wait,
we're going to
wait.
save it for tomorrow. We're cutting this show short. We'll be back tomorrow because you know we got a show Wednesday night. We're going to let everybody go to bed.
You should have let him finish because he wasn't.
No. We're
Never
going to
mind.
stop right here because we got to save something for tomorrow. We got to let Mr. Yellow Jacket over here.
Oh my, y'all, he said, y'all know how unprofessional it is and how unclassy it is to sit down with your button.
Oh
Button
yeah,
up.
no, I
You ain't even supposed to
definitely
do
said
that.
it as I was watching it. You're supposed to unbutton your jacket.
You're
as
supposed to
you
unbutton
speak.
it when you sit down.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've been raised in a barn or some shit, you wouldn't know that. But yeah, I got to come back tomorrow for us to finish this out. All right, but we got a good bulk of it out the way. I'm impressed. We got through an hour and a half of it in 3 hours, so we did really good. This ain't even normal. But yeah, folks, I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. It's way too many people to name. Miss Alita, you could do that.
Mr. Scott, thank you. Mrs. Coleman, thank you. Miss Battles, thank you. Thank you, Miss Dixon. Thank you, Miss Webster. Thank you, Miss Thomas. Thank you, Miss Ashley. Thank you, Miss Bell. Thank you, Miss Colson. Thank you, Mr. Turner. Thank you, Miss Powell. Thank you, Miss King. Thank you, Miss Bell. Did I say that already? I did. Thank you, McQuarn. I'm sorry, I don't want to say your name wrong. Let's see here. Thank you, Miss Mims. Thank you, Miss Powell. Miss Colson. Golly, you guys. Miss Washington.
A lot of people.
Wow. Let's see.
A lot of people. I see who came in earlier.
I saw Miss Jackson too. Miss Jackson came in. I didn't get a chance to say her name. Yeah, there she go. Miss Jackson, thank you guys. Let's see.
Damn, it's a lot of y'all. Shit.
I'm
watching us.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing somebody. Thank you, Miss Shamir. Thank you, Mr. Porter.
Thank you, Brother Greg. Thank you, Brother Greg.
I said thank you to him.
Okay.
He at the top. He's always at the top.
Yeah, thank y'all for participating. Thank y'all for standing up.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, look at that.
Stand up, stand up. Put your hands
Keep
up.
that momentum come November.
All right, we're getting out of here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we did a good job tonight. I kind of want this to be our new theme song. I don't know. I like it. It's got a ring to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Go look up HUD Section 3 and find out what you can do. Yeah.
Still can't win, man, this world out of line. But we ain't backing down. Tell the whole town gather around. If you hear me, say it loud. Stand up, put your hands up. Whole city tired, man, they can't stand up. Crime going up, water look brown. Bills too high, got the whole town down. Stand up, put your hands up. If you love your city, better man up. For the kid, for the elders too. If nobody else care, then it's up. But you